Yo, MY, thank you for following. Yo, W follows, bro. Everyone that's coming out here from the stream, yo, welcome. Yo, fuck yeah! All right, let's go. I'm about to end it. I'm about to end the IG live, yo. Story time on Twitch. See ya. Yo, W's in the fucking chat. Let's go. Starting up the stream strong, bro. Starting up the stream strong. Did you get hurt? Let me talk to chat first, and then I'll give the story, okay? How y'all doing, yo? Today I fucking woke up. I went to the gym, hit chest and back. I went home. I edited a bunch of videos. I finished editing the video of me forcing my wife friend to eat Asian food for 24 hours, and now I'm here live to finish up reacting to the TREVINO drama video, the fucking 2-hour long video. We're an hour in. We're gonna finish that today. I was supposed to do that yesterday, but last night some shit happened, so I couldn't. Which I'm about to tell you guys about that soon. Can you play Drunk Face? No, it's just random right now. Just got here from the Twitch notif. Let's go, W. Have you seen Rotten Tomatoes videos of the Burning Sun scandal? No, but I'll check it out if you want. React to Flame by who? You woke up? Oh my gosh, dude, I was live with Tiff on TikTok, and that shit was so funny. What happened, Jangy Poo? Okay, so listen. So this girl, right, her name's Kitty, right? I'm friends with her. We climbed before. She was actually the one that introduced me to climbing, right? And you know, we have like a friendship relationship, like where it's like we're chill, right? But like we could piss each other off sometimes, right? And sometimes we'll go pretty far on these jokes, right? Sometimes I'll piss her off and then she'll like crash out on me. Sometimes, you know, she'll piss me off and I'll crash out on her. And like it started to get to a point where shit started escalating more and more as time goes by. Like I remember one time, like she threw a fucking like a glass bottle at the wall and we had to pick that shit up because, you know, fucking crazy. And you know, I'm not okay. I crash out sometimes, but I verbally crash out. I never do anything like crazy, right? So we were arguing inside of the whip, right? I got out the car because I'm like, all right, bro, I'm done, right? And keep in mind, she's not my girl. I don't have a girlfriend, right? The gummy bear is still black, okay? Not my girl, right? But we were arguing about some dumb shit. I'm not gonna get into it because it's kind of personal, but we were arguing about some dumb shit, right? I got out the car and I knew what she was gonna try to do because as I was walking across the street, I see her fucking spin that shit, and I'm like, ah. Like, no way. Like, this only happens in fucking movies. You know what I mean? Like, this shit doesn't happen in real life. This is like a movie ass scenario where like a crazy girl tries to run you over because that's like on some movie shit, bro. That doesn't fucking happen, bro. That like, what type of movie ass scenario is this? But she's fucking like on some, bro. I'm not trying to say Filipino, but you guys, I mean, shit. I've dealt with a Filipino girl in the past, and it ain't nothing different. You know what I mean? Nah, I'm just fine. But yeah, no, it was React to Flame. What are y'all saying? She ran you over? No, but she tried to. And she fucking swerved and then hit a car. And then I had to call the cops because I'm like, all right, you're actually crazy. Like, you're actually crazy. Like, all the fucking jokes and stuff that we do where, like, you know, you crash out sometimes and I crash out, you crash out. That's all like, okay, whatever. But, like, this time it's like, all right, bro. Like this is, like, too far, right? So I called the fucking ops skis, right? They pulled up mad quick. I was surprised because they usually never show up. Pulled up mad quick. And then, you know, we were arguing. We were fucking yelling at each other. The cops, like, separated us. Fucking, you know, put me to the side. Handcuff me to the fucking car. Don't believe me? I got you. Don't believe me? I got you. Hold up. Fucking, I got detained for a second. Hold up. I got detained for a second. And our homie was there too, so he was also recording, right? Fucking got detained, right? Both of us got detained, right? And at this point, I'm like, all right, bro, swerve in the corner, whoa. You gotta be like Jackie Chan, jump over the car. Bro, on God, just this little ass Miata. I was like, bro, on some speed shit, bro. Imagine if I fucking jumped on some speed shit. Bro. Bro. No, but I didn't. I literally, like, slow motion, right? Slow motion. Car, like, she's turning right, or she's turning left, right? She swerves into me, and I go, right? Fucking Go for that shit, bruh. Like, you're not finna catch me, bruh. Like, you're not gonna catch none of this. Bro, as soon as I swerved, I was like, God damn, bro. I'm actually pissed. Right? Because I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Ops came, fucking handcuffed her after I showed him the fucking ring camera footage of her literally swerving and hitting another car. Yeah, and now, I don't know what happened to her after that, but I don't know. I mean, she's still a homie at the end of the day. I mean, after all that bullshit, like, dude, like, we just got into some fucking argument. You not her friend no longer? I mean, bro, I don't know. Like, I mean, I think she just needs to take some fucking anger issue classes or some shit. I think she just, you know, can you show the ring camera? No, because, like, that has, like, my address on it, you know? I'm not trying to, like, you know, I don't want y'all to see where I live, you know what I mean? But yeah, therapy she needs. Yeah, bro, I mean, some people are just kind of crazy, but, you know, I want your address. But yeah, anyways, don't be shy, spill it. Spill what? My fucking address? My fucking address? You want me to spill my fucking address? Okay, well, either way, yo, we're done talking about that, okay? Because, like, I don't want to speak on it too much because at the end of the day, it's drama between me and my friend. Even though I posted it publicly and I didn't expect it to blow the fuck up. Let's just leave it at that. Let's just leave it at that, okay? Let's leave it at that. If you guys have any questions, I mean, I guess I'll answer some, but, like, you know, we'll leave it at that. Hey, if you don't got a girlfriend, I'm here. I could be your girlfriend. Let me get her number, bro. Bro, I posted it. Y'all were commenting shit like, oh, I would let her fucking run me over. Oh yeah, I'm letting her fucking beat the shit out of my dumb ass. Yeah, I would let her do fucking anything to my dumb ass. Fuck. Hit me, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Put me in jail with her. I'ma bail that bitch out. I don't give a fuck. Bro, y'all piss me off, bro. I post some shit like that. Y'all go, damn, she bad as hell. Free my girl. Like, bro, what? And the fact is, y'all found her at so fast, too. So fast. Y'all fucking, what's her at? Boom. Okay. I treat her like a queen. Bro, oh God, y'all doing the most, bro. What was the best thing that happened today? Got some work done. Got some, you know, editing done. Shit like that, you know? Bro, these comments. What's her at? Oh my God. I can change her for real. Tell her to come here. Bro, y'all tweaking. Get your hoes under control. Bro, she's not my girl, bro. She's not even a hoe. She's a friend of mine, bro. Like, we went climbing together a bunch, but, like, you know, we do argue on some, like, fucking sibling shit, but, like, bro, she did too much, bro. Swear. How are you? I'm good. Mugshot baddie. Like, y'all know mugshotties? I wonder if she gonna end up on mugshotties. She'll be mine, bro. Yo, Chad, do we call her on stream post her getting out? I don't know if she's out. I don't know what happened. I didn't get any updates, but should we do a Discord call with her after she gets out? Is she out though? I don't think she's gonna be in, like, she's not gonna serve like a fucking 3-month term. Like, it's probably gonna be like an overnight thing. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, Chad. Do we poll it? Chat. Yo, mod grapefruit. Can you set up a poll? Should we call her after she gets bailed? Undercover goat. Well, thank you for following. I appreciate you. Won't she be mad? I don't know. I mean, bro, we fight all the time, bro. It's just another fight, but this one just got fucking out of control. I mean, the cop was chill, bro. Honestly, W-ass cop, bro. While he was like fucking handcuffing me, I was just like, yo, like, thanks for being gentle. You know what I mean? He could have easily just fucking, but I wasn't resisting. Chat, that's the thing that y'all sometimes, bro, I be seeing motherfuckers that are like, bro, this cop was a fucking dickhead to me, and I'll see the video and they'll be like, get the fuck off me, stupid bitch. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, just like comply. Like, if you are nice to the police, they're human, they'll be nice to you. You know what I mean? Hayden, you're so fucking funny. You make me want to merge without look. What? You know when she gonna be out? No, I have no fucking idea. Bro, what if she's getting so? What is she getting so mad over that she run you over? Personal shit. Personal shit. Personal shit. Personal shit. Okay. Let's continue watching the video of Ash Trevino. Or like I guess the reason why Ash Trevino is under fire on social media. We watched a lot of this, like an hour of this video, but we have an hour left to watch. So we're gonna get that done now. Because I literally have to be somewhere at like 7 or 8. I don't know. My friend's driving to fucking Riverside, then picking me up. And then after she picks me up, we're going back to downtown LA. And then I'm going back home because I have plans at 11 in the morning tomorrow to climb. So it's going to be a busy schedule. But I wanted to get the stream out because I didn't stream yesterday because that whole bullshit happened. But I was supposed to stream yesterday to finish this video. But I didn't. So here we are now watching it. I bet you like that cop bending you over, putting handcuffs on you. Yo, mods, can we can we, guys, he lives in LA. I actually don't live in LA, but you know. Don't try to find out where I live. Don't be fucking weird. I'm pulling up Poppy. Bro, what? Y'all guys, come on, let's have a normal stream. Let's have a normal stream. Now I know she was listening to Fetty Wap. I want you to be mine again, baby. Yeah. I know my lifestyle is driving you crazy. Yeah. I don't know what's happening. Okay, let me summarize this portion of the video. Long story short, Ash Trevino is a mother of 2 kids, two daughters, one 13 years old and one 16-year-old, right? Ash Trevino is a dog shit mother, neglects giving the kids a bed to sleep on, nutrients, food to eat, and barely gives them a roof to sleep under. She only talks to prisoners who are in prison for very, very bad reasons. For example, one of them is in prison for literally murdering an innocent 13-year-old girl. 2 of them. And she laughed about that on live. Horrible person, right? We're pretty much she's talking about how she got into a bunch of fights, how she was planning on having a kid with another inmate that she bailed out, and you know, the kid was on the way, and then she decided to last minute abort the kid but lie about it being a miscarriage. And then, you know, a bunch of shit. I hate her so much, bro. My ears are bleeding. Honestly, I wouldn't mind DoorDash every day. No, it wasn't DoorDash. It was $800 worth of chips and fucking cheese dip, which is fucking disgusting. She needs the Lord. Yeah. All right, let's continue. We last left off with her, one of her boyfriends a while ago, back in 2019. Basically, she is writing as if this guy is the daughter's biological dad, which is not the case at all.
Wanted me to let everybody know that he is mine and I am his. And for those of y'all that don't, becomes her whole DNA profile. She posts, I'm a prison wife. My relationship is based on letters, time-restricted phone calls and visits that are few and far between. I'm judged for staying with a man that I could never imagine leaving. I go to bed alone every night and hold it down on the outside while he comes home. I never know when he'll be involved in a riot or moved far away from me. Despite all of this, he is worth the wait.
So do we know
she's spending money on bailing out felons instead of buying beds for her kids? Yup. Oh shit, volume is low. You're right. Yup, that's exactly what it is.
We're about to get there. Okay. Yeah. She shows off sending 120 pictures, which I can only imagine they're X-rated pictures. She likes to say things like, being a prison wife is expensive. And I'm realizing that now because not only do I have my own bills, I still help him. He doesn't ask me for money though. It's just one thing that if I do, it's because I want to. I feel like it's my responsibility as a prison wife.
Yeah, but it's not a responsibility for you to fucking feed your kids some nutrients and buying them fucking beds? God, dude. I think it's my responsibility to buy my prison husband everything that he wants because I'm a good wife. My daughters, They have chips in the fucking counter. They have cheese dip to eat. They have the air mattress that I got them for them to both share at the ages of 13 and 16. They have that. That's literally like not even exaggerated, exactly how it is. I feel bad for the bed bugs though. What? Can't imagine how the bugs feel. Wait, what did we? What? What? Are you saying that if you were Ash Trevino's bed bugs, you will feel bad for those bed bugs? Bro, what a fucking sentence to say. What a fucking sentence to say, bro. I feel bad for the bed bugs, bro. That's a new one.
Which, side note, a lot of inmates have stated that when it comes to picking a pen pal, if they have a choice, they do not go for the girls that are aesthetically conventionally the most attractive. They will go for the ones that they believe are the most desperate, the one that is craving a compliment, dying for attention, because that is who is going to put money in their commissary. It's like a job. You want minimum effort, maximum financial reward. They sit there, write letters. It takes time, but the inmates have time and they get taken care of through financial ways.
Basically, in other words, Ash Trevino is being used by every single inmate because they know that she got bread and they know that she's going to bail them out and give them money so that way they could live a life outside of jail. And she does this every single time without fail because she has a bunch of money that she gets from TikTok Live, which to her, if you make easy money, you're most likely going to spend it. Easy. Quick money, quick spending. That's how it usually is. The harder it is for you to obtain money, it will be harder for you to spend because it's more valuable to you. But if you make $10,000 a day just by sitting on your ass, which she doesn't, I think she makes like around like what, $1,200 a day? $1,200 a day? That's like more than $30,000 a month, right? Off of doing nothing but go live, right? She's not doing anything too crazy, right? Yes, it may be hard work to go live and to make a lot of money, but at the end of the day, she's still not doing a lot of hard work comparable to someone that, you know, makes the same amount she does doing something else, right? So she makes quick money, she spends money really quickly, and unfortunately none of that money is going to her parent, or none of them are going to her daughters, which is fucked up, which is why everyone's upset. Off topic, but your damn Twitch is growing. I'm parasocially proud of you, my boy. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. Imagine doing all that but not doing something useful. I know, bro. Like, she just wants to. She's bailing out these fucking prisoners, bro. She's letting these prisoners who are in prison for a reason out. And she doesn't realize that she's being used. You know
I don't think Ash Trevino will agree with this sentiment.
Yeah, she might think that she is the love of their life, the apple to their eyes. They're all peas in a pod. And if you send pictures, like Ash Trevino has sent 120 plus pictures in one go to be exact, they will 99% of the time pass around those pictures. It is said that they have no respect for any of these. I mean, maybe if an inmate was with their partner before going to jail, they perhaps don't want to share those pictures, but they will pass around pictures. Having
is Ash Trevino just kind of like, is she like sending them nudes on through the prison phone, or is she like mailing a photo of her booty cheeks to the inmate's cell? Are we finishing the video from the other day? Yeah.
She posts wedding pictures with Isaiah Gonzalez, which are just pictures by herself, holding his picture because he's incarcerated. They're not going to let him out and take furlough to take wedding pics. Oh. So it's just her in the middle of the road, a literal road, wearing a black dress and a white flower crown, writing, "There is going to be a long road ahead of us in this journey, but with God, we will get through it. Right here in these pics, I'm walking that road alone." Hence why she's on the road. And to give her some credit, the road is empty. "I'm walking that road alone, but even though he wasn't there physically, he's still here with me in this pic. This life isn't for everyone, but it is for me. Hashtag Mrs. Gonzalez. Hashtag my life is behind those walls." This is where things start to escalate. On a live stream, Ashley is telling the story of how she first met Isaiah, because people start bringing it up. They're like, okay, so Jesse was not your first prison boyfriend, your first inmate boyfriend. So who is Isaiah that we found on your Instagram? And she says, Well, everyone's wondering why this is happening. Oh, by the way, it is speculated that for all of her prison boyfriends, she's met some of them through Write a Prisoner, websites where you can see pictures of prisoners and decide if you want to be their pen pal or not. But those who know how the prison system works, they speculate that she is pretty well known in certain prisons, that she will talk to an inmate, they will recommend her to other fellow inmates. They'll say, hey, talk to this girl because she's going to put some money in your commissary. And she, for the lack of better phrasing, gets passed around. As in her number and contact information gets passed around to other inmates.
Bro, if I was an inmate and I got word that Shorty is bailing everyone out of jail, bro, I'm doing my thing. I'm calling Shorty. I'm like, yo, what's good, baby girl? Like, you fine as hell. Fuck you talking about? Like, hey, Shorty, I'm not saying you should bail me out, but look, like, nah, you're not ugly. Fuck what everyone's talking about, bro. Nah, ignore those comments, baby. Trust me, it's just you and me on this phone. Promise you. And I'll be like whispering to my inmates. I'm like, I'm gonna be up next. I'm gonna be out next, bro. I'm gonna give her to you right after. Hold up. Nah, for real though. Nah, baby, you got them curves. I thought you was like 130 pounds, baby. Nah, 240. Babe, stop lying. You lying, shorty. You not 200 pounds, baby. You 100 at most, bruh. Nah, you 30 what? I thought you said 22. Nah, stop capping. Nah, for real though. Nah, so when you finna bail me? Nah, I'm not using you. I just wanna see you face to face so I can see you in person so I can give you all my loving, you feel me? Nah, I'm not using you, bruh. What you mean your last man used you, bruh? He was a prisoner too? In the same cell that I'm in? Nah, fuck that guy, bro. I knew that fool, bro. He was never a real one. Nah, for real. Like, nah, you should bail me though, for real, because I'ma treat you better than that motherfucker. I'm serious. You will? Alright, bet. Okay. Alright, pull up then. I'm gonna be ready for you then. Alright, baby, I'm gonna hit you. Alright, see you soon. Boys, I'm out! You know what I mean? Like that, bro, that's literally what happens, bro. That's literally what probably happens. God damn, bro.
But with Isaiah, she says, I actually knew him before he went to prison. She says, my prison wife...
That's absolutely insane. What was she even thinking? Sending them weird photos to a prisoner just just asking for trouble. Like, what does she not realize that she's dealing with? It's one thing to be into some unusual stuff, but actively trying to get a reaction from people in prison, that's a whole level of crazy. Some people just have no sense of boundaries or self-preservation. I'd love to know what was going through her head, because this is seriously the next level bizarre. I agree. I think there's something weird that she craves with bad boys. I think there's something that craves with the attention from inmates, and you know, I think she feels like a bad girl being with bad guys. Either that, or she feels like a good girl being around bad guys because those guys are doing way worse things than what she's doing. So it validates her bad choices in life by being with people that have arguably done worse.
Life started in 2019. I reconnected with an old childhood friend. Okay. She says okay a lot. She also says just kidding a lot when she's definitely not just kidding.
So my prison life started in 2019. I reconnected with an old childhood friend. Okay. Yes, I am 6 years older than this man. He is still currently serving time in TDC. So we reconnected back in March of 2019. We wrote snail mail letters up until August 2019. Then I set the phone up for this man. On our first phone call, he asked me to marry him. I liked him, so I said yes, and I've known him for years. So after 10 years of not seeing each other, he puts me on his visitation list. I come to go visit him. I drive almost 3 hours, and then we start the marriage process. We get married in November of 2019. But mind you, I was visiting this man every weekend up until 2020. Then COVID hits, and they shut visits down completely in March.
I knew him since since he was 11. I knew him since he was 11 and I was like 15 or 16, maybe younger, because I was like 15. So he had to have been like 9 when I first met him. They used to go to our church. So I remember telling his mom, because I always thought he was a cute little boy, you know, but I was older and I was already dating the kid's dad, so I couldn't be with him, you know.
Wait, she said I was dating the kid's dad?
Yeah, they were high school sweethearts. So she was dating someone age appropriate because she's 15. He was like 15, I think. He was around the same age as her. And she was interested in a 9-year-old boy.
Oh.
Yeah, which is very alarming.
Wait, I'm so sorry. What is dad? Someone's dad mean?
The kid's dad. So she has 2 daughters. Their biological father is her.
Say Jake. Certified level. Say Jake. Trying to shake a car, but probably. Say Jake. Must have beat dope, feet dope. Anywhere here, feet dope. Man down, call it ambulance on the breathe. What's up with these jabroni ass? Trying to see County. The industry can hate me fucking my name mama. Bro, what the fuck? 15 liking a 9-year-old? God, that's a sophomore and a fucking 5th grader. No, 4th grader. Bro, what? Yo. Say, oh, we ho. Next step this way. Bro, what the fuck? I think she's a narcissist. I think she's a fucking certified lover boy, certified. Bro, what?
High school sweetheart.
Got it.
That she started dating when she was 15.
My brother's 9. He's in 3rd grade. OMG. And she has to be a freshman in high school? No, that's like sophomore, bro. What?
But she's saying, when I was 15, I was dating the kid's father. You know, my kid's father, not his dad. You know, but he was 9. And I couldn't be with him, you know? And she says, once I got married, you know, I used to always tell his mom. She used to tell Isaiah's mom. You know, because he grew up quick. I would tell his mom, like, I'm going to be your daughter-in-law one day. I'm going to be your daughter-in-law one day. And she's like, no, you're not. My son is too young for you. And then in 2019, I reconnected with her son.
In prison.
Yeah. Which is incredibly creepy, but she clarifies, okay, Isaiah was a minor when we first met, but I didn't date him when he was a minor. I'm not sure how she thought that sentence would help her case. Nevertheless, she gets 3 tattoos of Isaiah on her. One of their wedding date on her finger, Isaiah on one wrist, Gonzalez on the other wrist.
Mind you, it was a wedding through a fucking cell. Same thing for following. It was a wedding through a cell, bro. I saw you rock climbing and you looked really cute jumping off of those rocks with your shirt off. I never took my shirt off rock climbing. Bro. It was a cell wedding. It was a wedding through a fucking phone call with a glass board being like, yo, shorty, you finna marry me? Oh my god, I would. I bet. You my wife now. You feel what I'm saying? Oh my god, really? Yeah, baby, you my wife now. Come bail your boy out. Oh my god, I might. Yeah, come bail your husband now. You know, I'm your hubby now. You feel what I'm saying? I'm hubby now. Hayden, I am at my peak. I'm fuming right now. I have asked several times, and it seems like that you are trying to dodge my insult on your Discord server. You've already read my request and already read that you have been asking. Bro, I'm not gonna react to fucking. Oh my god. Oh, what? Jebby wanted me to react to this. You have spammed react to Flame Hayden in the chat for me to react to this. Holy shit, looks like you? Cool. Fucking got me there. Holy shit, you did not need to spam 1,000 fucking times for me to see that. Jamie, thank you for following.
And these tattoos are huge. It would be more inconspicuous for her to wear 5 Apple Watches on one hand. It's that aggressively noticeable.
Like on top or bottom?
On top. And it's just like massive cursive. The whole
Don't she got someone's gamer tag on her or some shit like that? She got someone's username tatted on her. Yo, Layboy, thank you for following. Yeah, she got a fucking like username tatted on her body too, and it's not the same dude too. It's like different. Their TikTok username. Yeah, homegirl got a gamer tag on her body.
wrist. And within 5 months, she announces her divorce. But one thing that has always gotten to people is that Ashley explains that
They
Isaiah
divorced
went
after 5 months? That's a high school relationship, bro. What?
to prison at 15, and he won't be eligible for parole until 2032. And if he doesn't get parole, he's not going to be released until 2055. So people are like, that's a very long time for a 15-year-old to get sentenced. 40 years for a 15-year-old to get sentenced. Whatever he did must be really bad because he was 15. So they start looking into his criminal history. One count of
Yeah, because they lowered the charge depending on how old you are. If you're fucking 15 years old and you do the same thing a 30-year-old would do, you would probably get less time because you're younger and it's more justifiable that you did that. So that means whatever he did to get 40 years at 15 years old had to be fucking insane. Chat, let's take our guess, okay? What do you guys think this 15-year-old did to get 40 years in prison? Murder? Valid. I think that's a very valid assumption. Manslaughter? I think murder and assault. Theft and rape. He killed someone for sure. Fucking his dog. Would you get 40 years in prison for having sex with your dog? That's such a left field assumption. What the fuck? Just a random fucking lobbing that out there. Just fucking, just threw that shit out there, bro. Oh, it's right here. Aggravated robbery, arson, and murder. God damn, at 15? Fuck.
aggravated robbery, 1 count arson, and 1 count of murder, sentenced to 45 years in prison. When Isaiah was 15 years old, he was involved in a very, very well, meticulously planned robbery that ends in a man's murder. His friend Ruben was working at an Exxon gas station when Muhammad, his boss, decides he's going to go make a night bank deposit. He's going to take cash from the gas station and deposit it at the bank. Ruben texts his friends, 2 other people and Isaiah, so 3 people. They're in a car waiting for Muhammad. They catch him on the road and they stop him. They rob him of all his cash. They know exactly which route he takes, which bank he was going to, how much he has. This is all a very well thought out plan, meticulously done. They pull up to stop him and one of the friends ends up shooting him. They kill him. They drag his body into the woods. They set Muhammad's car on fire and they leave. Eric is the one who fired the shots. He takes $4,000. Isaiah takes home $1,000 from this robbery. And they promptly spend it on whilst bragging to everybody about killing Muhammad. Muhammad has a wife.
They did all that for $5,000? All that for fucking 4K and 1K. Lit a car on fire, murdered someone for $5,000 at 15 years old. Like, I'm not saying $5,000 is little, but dude, are you fucking serious, bro? To do all that shit for $5,000? He deserved 40 years? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And 7 kids. His
And mind you, this is the guy that Ash Trevino married for 5 months.
daughters and a son. But sure, I guess that's hilarious. How is that hilarious?
Why would it be hilarious?
They're laughing to everyone they know. They just think it's so funny. He was sentenced to 45 years in prison in 2011. Sure, he was 15, but I mean, we all knew better at 15. This is not a situation where I don't think anyone can confidently say he was so young, he didn't know what he was doing, unless you're Ashley Trevino. But Ashley is posting on Instagram a word vomit collage. Second look Saturday. Meet Isaiah. He was given a 45-year sentence at 16 years old. Over the past 10 years, he earned his GED, OSHA, Electrical Level 1, Construction Craft Skills, Construction Site Safety Corps, all level certifications. In that period, he has also gotten married and become a wonderful stepdad to 2 beautiful daughters.
Why is she like bragging as if this man didn't murder someone for fucking a band? Murdered someone for a band. Took another human's life for a band. And she's like, oh, he has his high school diploma though. This man, no, not even that. A GED. Doesn't even, she didn't mention high school diploma. Mind you, GED. That means that means he didn't that means he didn't get his high school diploma. I gave this man slack by saying high school diploma. Not even that. Construction site safety. This man knows how to cut a paper with scissors. This man knows his multiplication tables. This man is their equivalent, GED and a diploma. No, a diploma you get for the 4 years in high school. A GED you could technically get the moment that you're done with your credits and you just need to take a test when you leave. You could get it anywhere from like 3 to 4 years. Some people take their GED very, very early and then they get out prior to everyone else's graduation. Yo, this is a brand new account. You're my fort followers. Also, the fuck did he do? Jamie, thank you for thank you for the sub. W fucking Jamie, yo. First sub in a minute. That isn't a gifted sub. So I appreciate you for subbing, Jamie. I appreciate you. Yeah. Yeah, she's bragging about all of his shit that he's done, but he's fucking, you know.
He loves spending every weekend with his family during visitation at the All Red unit. He is involved in working as a supply clerk. Isaiah is also a talented artist who wants to continue his craft by opening up his own business once he returns to the free world. Isaiah plans on pursuing additional collegiate degrees. Isaiah believes that God will bring him home sooner than his release date. Isaiah is ready for the day when he can be given a second look. She posts, so blessed my husband was chosen to be the second look person today. Let's pray we can bring him home soon. I will continue to do what's needed for him as a wife and will always be his voice. Love my husband so much. Hashtag let's bring him home. Hashtag proud prison wife. Hashtag my husband's biggest supporter. He's a killer. The worst part is Ashley is very proud of all of this.
Yeah, and that's not even like an exaggeration. That's not even like he's a killer. Like he's an actual, like he took someone's life for $1,000 cash. Took someone's life for $1,000. Jaden himself for the follow. I appreciate you. And Jamie for the tier 1 gifted sub, bro. Thank you so much, Jamie. Thank you for the sub. Thank them if you got a sub. W fucking Jamie in the chat. Let's go.
TikTok live battles with someone talking about her inmate hopping ways. And the other creator says, that is a lot. How many inmates have you been with? Like 26, you said? It's like 30 now.
Probably 26 in the last 5 years. That is a lot.
And she's nodding.
There's a fucking, did you see her fucking face? That's a lot. Yeah. It is a lot. No, not 23, 26, babe. Yeah. Me. This girl right here. Yeah. Bro, homie hopper, inmate hopper. Not homie hopper, inmate hopper. And not only inmate hopper, but a shitty mother, bro.
That's 5 years. That is a lot.
Oh, fuck, bro. I hate her so much.
And she's nodding and smiling like it's something that everyone should do. And they ask her, let me ask you a question. Why do you prefer inmates? I prefer inmates because I feel like if you're gonna get hurt, it's better to get hurt while they're incarcerated than out here in the free world. Because like I just said earlier, my ex Jesse, when he actually left and we broke up, that one hurt. I still feel hurt to this day. She likes the fact that they have no options.
Yeah.
In another creator battle, she straight up asks the other creator, you haven't heard Ashley the inmate hopper? I actually married someone who was incarcerated in 2019. We actually knew each other from out here though, and he's actually younger than me. So we reconnected. I became his prison wife, and that's where I met a lot of people that I talk to still. And it just went from there. When we separated, I went with another one, and it just went on. Okay, let me ask you, have you ever been with somebody that's not incarcerated? Besides the father to your children, which they're broken up, clearly. And she's shaking her head no. It just doesn't pan out for you, or you just don't want it if they're not inmates. So my actual last relationship out here in the free world was in 2018, and we lived together and everything. And then I started getting inmates, and I've had like guys here and there in between, but I don't know. To say my last relationship out here in the free world is already such a wild sentence to utter. She will be on the phone with inmates during her live streams, just spewing words out of her mouth. You're my 30th inmate. Did I not tell you that? You really are. I swear. I've been with 30 inmates. Now I'm in like a prison sister wife relationship.
You're my 30th inmate. Did I not tell you that? I'm not with no one, just with you, but I've already married two. You're stupid. I mean, now I'm in a prison sister wife relationship.
Because I guess the prisoner, the other prisoner.
You know, like those people that brag about like how many girls they get, and like like the girls that like brag about like how much dick they get. It's like, it's not a flex. Maybe it was a flex in middle school and high school when you're like, oh, I got all these fucking cheerleaders on my dick. But like, that shit's like, imagine, bro, grown ass woman bragging about how she get ran through by some prisoners, bro. Grown ass woman bragging about how she gets fucking dick down by people that murder people. Grown ass woman bragging about that shit while her daughters are not getting the right nutrients and eating fucking chips and sleeping on an air mattress at the age of 16. Grown ass woman talking about, oh, you're my 30th fucking inmate. Nah, bitch, you're the 30th fucking dude that used your dumb ass to get out of fucking jail. You're the fucking get out of jail free card, dumbass bitch. Fucking you talking about? Take care of your fucking daughter, dumbass bitch. Fucking tweaking around, sorry, I'm corner row. Forgot the bean dip? You're right. My bad, bro.
Prisoner she's talking to has a wife.
What? She will call them? The conversation is like brief, I'm assuming? Because
No,
they can't talk all day long, right?
No, but sometimes it's not brief, and it's not like 5 minutes. It's like 10, 15, sometimes more. And this is highly not allowed by most prison facility standards. You cannot be live streaming a prisoner's calls like that. You have to get proper permission.
Right.
And
But
she's just doing
streaming.
it.
Oh.
Yeah. She's saying this while her daughters are in the house, the doors are wide open, and their friends are over, and likely they're watching her on her live stream.
Wow.
Sometimes if the prisoners don't do as she says, she'll get very aggressive with them.
It's okay, because I got other options. I'm going to tell Lexi to send me somebody else anyways. You were the wrong option. You ain't nothing. Remember, you're incarcerated.
That's crazy. Who's Lexi?
It's a friend that knows a lot of inmates. She says that she will be open and fine with dating an inmate that has charges of SA on a child. That's fine for her. She also...
She says she will date a PEDO.
Yeah, a PDF file, I guess, is how everyone is referencing it. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
She has this moment where she talks about how murder charges and SA charges are not that crazy because every single person she's been with has had those charges. And that doesn't mean that they happened. She asks her viewers, how do you know? Were you there? Were you there? Every single person I've been with has had those charges. Were you there? We are now entering the belly of the beast.
It's public fucking records, bro. It's not, she's not gonna be like, innocent until proven guilty. It's proven guilty. That's why they're incarcerated. That's why they're in fucking prison. If it wasn't guilty, then they would not be incarcerated. They would be in fucking the holding cell and waiting for them to actually decide whether or not they're guilty or not. She addicted to both kinds of meat.
Beast. So let's go through and recap all of her relationships. Her very first relationship, or her very first prominent relationship, she marries her high school sweetheart. She has 2 children with him, the 2 daughters that are now 15 and 13. They end up divorcing when their kids are 6 and 3 years old. This is in 2015. They've been together for about a decade, and suddenly Ashley is posting onto Instagram. OMG, found this pic from prom of 2006, my high school sweetheart, but now soon to be ex-husband. I will always care about him, and he don't even know that. Hashtag prom 06, hashtag my junior year, his senior year, hashtag I know, get out of my feelings, hashtag he done moved on, which implies that perhaps they're getting a divorce and that perhaps
these kids gonna be fucked up. Dude, that's the thing, bro. That's what everyone is like talking about. Like, yeah, she's doing all this like crazy shit on live and like to these like inmates and stuff, but like the main thing is that she has 2 daughters that are under the roof of her while everything is going on. You know what I mean? That's the problem, bro. Bro has a daily dose of craziness, hot Cheetos and bean dip, bro. That's literally their life. Like, to think that like there's 2 girls out there, 16, 13 years old, that live under the roof of Ash Trevino, that are constantly being introduced to new fucking inmates that are new boyfriends of hers, that are, you know, randomly put into a position where, you know, she will father figure that inmate for her daughters without the daughters' consent, and they're not being fed well. They're, you know, they're not being loved at all from the mother. They're not given the right household necessities to live, like a separate bed that isn't an air mattress. Like, the fact that that's a life for these girls that are real humans, that are real people, that are going through this shit, it's fucking sad, dude. It is, bro. And like, I just I have no sympathy for Ash Trevino, for whatever the fuck she may be going through. I have nothing else to say other than like, it's fucked up. You know, what she's doing is fucked up. And it's just yeah. Classic Charm, thank you for following. Misa and Dom, thank you for following.
One is oddly specific and pretty indicative that maybe he cheated on her or left her or didn't want anything to do with her anymore. Even later, when the divorce is finalized, she posts a pouty selfie writing, "This was my last pic of me being his insert last name. LOL, my divorce was finally finalized after 9 years of marriage and 2 years of separation. Hashtag divorce final. Hashtag goodbye. Hashtag hello Garcia." I guess her original maiden name. Hashtag bittersweet moment. But the reason that the 2 get divorced is because that she cheats on him, allegedly.
Yo, Hayden, you trying to join my Ox battle on Saturday? I got JD and that JD on that shit and some other creators. How do Ox battles work? I've never done an Ox battle.
Dom Dorica channel, bro. We're just a small channel. I came from a band channel, and shit, I don't even know, bro. This is my introduction. They told me to make one, so welcome to the streams, and follow and go subscribe to my YouTube, join the Discord, and yeah, I'll see y'all later. Yo, what's up? If you're new,
I don't know, man. I've never talked to you before, though. I don't know you. With all due respect, I just don't know who you are. Like, that's literally it. That's literally it. Had I known who you were prior, and like, let's say like we're on some homie shit, then sure. But like, I just don't know you. And it's not like personal or anything. But yeah.
With a man in prison. So I will say that it seems the children's father is the only redeeming man in this story, at least as of right now. After the divorce, he focuses on his career, is able to remarry, purchase a home, while supporting the children financially by paying Ashley child support every month. It's said that he was also very involved in the girls' lives up until about a few years ago, and it appears that he couldn't see the girls as much, not by his own choice, but it seems perhaps Ashley was making it very difficult for him. 2 years ago, in 2023, the children's father ends up passing away from leukemia, and Ashley does everything in her power to gain sympathy from this. This must be traumatic for her. She's known and been in this relationship with this man for the greater part of her young adult life. They were high school sweethearts. But now she does have 2 children. They don't have their father anymore. It's really up to her to be a supportive mother so that they can grieve. And it's very hard to take her emotions seriously when she tries so hard to make it about herself. She states that she's not going to his funeral, but it's speculated that it's because she wasn't welcome there. She tries to make it seem like she's just emotionally not able to. She tells everybody that she might take a mental health break and she will be back. When she'll be back is unclear. May it be sooner, may it be later, maybe it be never, right? Well, she does come back the very next day. Because galaxies don't just send themselves into the ether. She does not, however, pass up the chance to not make this all about her. She says things like, that could have been me.
He didn't have to go. He wasn't doing anything. He didn't have to die. That could have been me.
Bro. Actual self-centered narcissistic, bro. Actual like, that's the most self-centered fucking narcissistic view on life that I've ever seen in my entire life, bro. That is like literally the epiphany of fucking self-centered, bro. About a human who passed away, right? And they're making it about themselves. Instead of being like, rest in peace to this person. She's going, well, yeah, he died, but like it could have been me. I could have died too. It should have been me. Yeah. RIP, I guess, but imagine if I was that person. Imagine if I died. What would you guys say? Yeah. Would you guys miss me if I died? Can you guys drop another galaxy? Drop another galaxy and I'll tell you more. Drop 3 galaxies, as a matter of fact. For every galaxy, I'll tell you guys a secret about him that you guys didn't know. Fuck, bro. It should have been her. All right, chill.
I don't know how that applies. He did pass from leukemia. I'm not sure why she's even saying stuff like this, but it wasn't. And I feel that for my baby so much. I really do. And again, this is after her kids have asked her repeatedly to not talk about their father on live because they're grieving. They don't want to hear this. They don't want this business out there.
It breaks my heart when my babies just say, I wish my dad was here. I wish my dad was here. Thank you for the hand heart.
Because she gets a donation.
Bro, what? Bro, what? It's so sad. That my daughters miss Jacob with the galaxy. Boom! Thank you so much, Jacob, for the galaxy. It's it really does suck how, you know, during these rough times. Jacob with the rose! Thank you so much for the rose, Jacob. You're my goat. Can we get an RIP in the chat for can we get 5 big booms? Oh my gosh, dude. What the fuck is wrong with her, bro? Fucking tweaking, bro. My hair's all fucked up and everything, bro. Boom!
Everything does happen for a reason. So she's reading someone's comment that says everything happens for a reason. Everything does happen for a reason. I'm a firm believer in that. This is a pretty niche pet peeve of mine that I don't even know if I should be saying, but when
someone says everything happens for a reason, that shit's annoying as fuck. Because everything happens for a reason. Okay. Then tell me why my house burned down and every single person that I loved in the house died in that fire, but I was the only one that lived. What was the reason? Everything happens for a reason. Tell me why my entire family got diagnosed with leukemia and I was the only one standing. What's the reason? Everything happens for a reason though, right? Tell me why I got hit by a train and now I'm dead. What's the reason? Not everything happens for a fucking reason, bro. And when people say that shit, that's the laziest thing that someone could say for sympathy, for trying to be empathetic. You're not. Literally, when things happen for a reason, it will direct it to something that is positive, right? For example, let's say you got fired from your job, right? Pretty bad scenario. But by doing that, it gives you more time to figure out what you really wanted to do. And now you have a new job that pays twice as much and you're happier. You getting fired happened for a reason. That was a good reason, right? But you can't just say that about, oh, your dog died? Hey, man, everything happens for a reason. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. What do you mean fucking what? What's the reason? Oh, you know, everything happens for a reason. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
When someone passes away and people try to tell each other everything happens for a reason, I do understand the intention behind it. And in certain situations, maybe it's acceptable. But it's this weird feeling of this person's death is to further the plot for everybody else type of energy. What do you mean everything happens for a reason? It's just kind of... I don't find it to be the most sensitive thing to say when someone has a passing in their life, especially the way Ashley says it. She says,
Everything happens for a reason. Everything does happen for a reason. I'm a firm believer in
Bro, what's the reason? What's the fucking reason? What is the fucking reason? She thinks, oh, something bad happened, now something good's gonna happen, and that's the reason it took a life for you to feel some good? Are you fucking out of your goddamn mind, bro? Consequences to free will? Dude. What's the fucking reason? She doesn't care? Yeah, it doesn't seem like she cares. I mean, I'm not sitting here and telling her how she feels. I don't know how she feels. How she truly feels, I don't fucking know. And, you know, you can't just judge based off of how someone reacts because some people react differently. Some people are better than others at showing emotion, so you can't base it off of that. But for you to agree with a statement that has nothing to do with emotion, dude, that is just the wrong way to look at it, bro. Someone passes in your life and you truly believe that that happened for a reason. What the fuck is the reason? No one can tell you what the reason is. Someone lost their life and you're telling me that there was a purpose behind it? Fuck no. That's just... It's just... Shit happens, bro. Like, life sucks. Life fucking sucks. And that's something that happened that's a part of life sucking. You know what I mean? There's no reason behind it. There's no reason at all.
that. Firm believer. And that's why I'm saying maybe it took this tragedy for me to open my eyes up and to see what the pain my babies would feel, not only with one parent gone, but with two.
No, someone did not pass away from leukemia for your character development. That's not even a coherent sentence, Ashley. But she tries further to make this about her, and I genuinely think that she thinks that this man's death is just part of her character development, character arc, and she has no character arc. It is just a perpetual decline. Nevertheless, she says, whilst kind of creepily smiling, the other day, I tried to leave because I got mad, and H, my daughter, runs after me. And she sits in my car and she's like, "You're not going nowhere unless I go with you. I already lost my dad. I'm not losing you, Mom." You guys, my babies are going through it. Like, they are so scared. She's like, "I'm not losing you. I've already lost my dad, Mom." It's just opened up my eyes now that them little girls need me. But then to make matters worse,
bro, she's really fucking airing out her daughter's trauma to a TikTok live stream without the daughter being okay with that. Asian boy wasted thing we're falling and melting we're falling, hustle thing we're falling. What they need is to get away from you. I mean, dude, they're young, bro. They running to your mother about, you know, you feeling sad of a loss of a life, regardless of who, like, what that mother has done. That's a very normal reaction. And for her to take that and air it out to the whole fucking live stream is fucked up. That's just fucked up. That just, like, goes to show she doesn't care about, you know, how her daughters feel. She simply only cares about the attention that she receives online and giving attention to her fucking 30th inmate boyfriend. She's telling TikTok everything, knowing damn well her kids wouldn't like that shit. Why are you telling over 2,000 people? Yeah, you think her kids would approve of her being like, imagine her going up to her kids, hey, E, you know how that one time where you like came and like you were like crying to me, being like, oh my god, I lost my dad. I'm gonna tell TikTok live, okay? Is that okay with you? Do you really think the daughter's gonna be like, oh my god, mom, go for it? Fuck no! Fuck no!
While everybody is attending the funeral that she was not invited to, probably because of who she is as a person and the things that she says and how she treats her kids and probably how she treated her late husband, she is on live streaming dancing.
Is this the TREVINO video? Yes. People do anything for attention? I agree. What's with the Insta post? I'll read their story time earlier on the stream. Long story short, got into an argument with my friend, and shit got fucking rough, as you guys could probably tell. You know, am I still friends with her? I don't know. If I mean, I'm willing to talk to her like off camera and everything. It's just it was some wild it was wild shit. It was some wild shit. What friend? My friend Kitty. Why the cop car have no decals? What the fuck is a decal? Honey, I'm gonna tell TikTok live the explosive diarrhea. Are you puking? Yeah, bro. Like literally airing out her daughter's drama. Or not just drama, but like daughter's like personal shit. Vel thing for falling, Desi thing for falling, and Love thing for falling.
To songs that have lyrics like baby daddy, while his funeral is happening. Ashley then goes on to state that she's been with 30 different inmates. So these are a few notable relationships that she has been in. In no particular order, you have Isaiah, the one that was convicted of murder of Muhammad, the manager of the gas station and father of 7 kids. Ashley brings her kids to see him. She convinces them, at least briefly, to call him daddy for whatever reason. Those two, they end up breaking up. Things don't go well. She starts posting on Instagram. I have went to visit for 20 weekends straight, not missing one since I got on the visitation list since August 24, 2019. But this weekend, I'm not going to because I chose not to. Some things change, and I honestly don't know if it'll come back from this. It's hard when you're not at fault, but I'm going to do and continue to do what's needed for me and be the best mom I can for my girls. Then she dramatically posts, getting a divorce isn't always a bad thing. Never wanted to do it again, but here I am, and I know I will come out stronger than before. My babies need me. Fixing myself back up after being broken down to my lowest by someone who was supposed to love me. Apparently, their relationship came to an end, according to Ashley, when Isaiah heard rumors in prison that weren't true, she claims. Rumors that she was talking to other inmates. When they were briefly on a break, he asked her, promise me if we break up, which where are your priorities, you weirdo? He says, promise me if we break up, you'll never be with another incarcerated guy. Her next prison boyfriend is Noe Trevino. Noe was arrested in 2015 for stabbing a man outside of a nightclub. They get married in 2022. She's still married to him because she doesn't want to pay a $400-something fee to finalize their divorce. Noe is the one that initiated the divorce from behind.
Nah, that's actually fucked up dancing on TikTok when his funeral's going on. Yeah, what, like, like, you know, like the phrase time and place, you know what I mean? That typically means there's a time and place for everything, right? There's a time for, you know, right things. There's a time for wrong things. Love Santana and Lexi thing were falling. Holy shit, this woman. Yeah, bro. I could tell y'all's frustration through the fucking comments, bro. I mean, I agree, bro. It is extremely frustrating to have to hear a story about this woman and how fucking literally crazy she is, and you know all the shit that she's doing with 2 daughters. Like, dude, that's like, you're fucked up in the head, bro.
Behind prison walls. And she's been married this whole time. That she's been dating everybody else, calling people her husband, and that's where she gets the last name, Trevino.
That is crazy. So right now she's married.
Yes, to Noe Trevino, another murderer. Her daughter H says the guy is awful. She knows this because Ashley took them, her kids, to see the man in prison. At one point, it appears that she was dating another inmate, and the speculation. Okay, so we don't.
Dude, imagine like being the daughter and like waking up and being like, hey, honey, we're meeting our 34th inmate boyfriend. Come, we're gonna come meet him. Bro, I sometimes, like when I was younger, I didn't even want to go to fucking the grocery store with my parents sometimes. You know what I mean? Sometimes my dad would drag me and be like, "Hey, we're going to the pet store," you know, because my dad owns a pet store. We're going to the pet store. I don't want to go. I don't want to go, you know? But imagine if it's this shit, dude. Honey, this is daddy number 30. Like, bro. Like, that's, dude, like, and they probably don't have a choice. You think they always are like, oh, I can't wait. They probably were like, you know, but they had to, you know? And they're all murderers, too. It's not just like, you're going to meet a new guy. He's a really good guy. He's a tech. He works in a tech company. He works for Google. Yeah, honey, this guy's a doctor. Yeah. No. This guy murdered, raped, fucking killed multiple people. This guy murders people. Yeah. Hey, honey, these guys that you're gonna meet today, he only assaulted someone, not murdered this time. Only assaulted. Oh, and lit someone's car on fire. Yeah. Oh, and robbed an innocent store. Yeah. Are you excited to meet your new stepdad? Your 34th stepdad? Huh? You excited? Crazy. Okay, see ya.
I don't really know much about this inmate. She never really spoke about him in great depth. However, she wore a necklace that would have his name, and it seemed like he was an inmate. And the speculation was that she's getting her makeup done one day on live stream. There's 2 girls with her that are doing her makeup and hair, and she is on her phone. So she's got a phone live streaming her, and then
what do you think she just saw? What do you think she just saw on her phone? What do you think she just saw on her phone? Chat, what do you think she just saw on her phone?
her that are doing her makeup and hair, and
receives a text that's making her cry, but won't get live to protect her privacy. What do you think the text says? I think the text says, we're breaking up.
she is on her phone. So she's got
Her boyfriend died?
a phone live streaming her, and then she's scrolling on her phone.
A dick pic? Imagine receiving a dick pic while you're getting your makeup done and your reaction is...
And she gets some sort of text message, some
He's not the font.
sort of news, and it's speculated that she discovered news on the live stream that her boyfriend in jail was involved in some sort of jail fight and was probably hospitalized. She just starts sobbing, wailing, oh no, and just wailing. And I do believe this is a sad situation, and prison violence is a conversation that I think needs to be had. But a lot of netizens have chosen the right to withhold sympathy till later because, I mean, considering the types of people she dates, we don't know if this is a child SAer, we don't know if this is a killer, a mass murderer, we don't know anything. But her friends just tell her it's like this very strange moment. They're fanning her face, she's crying, she's getting her makeup done still, and they say, no, don't cry, you're a bad bitch, don't cry. I know, it's okay. Aw, try not to cry so much. Then you have Eli. Eli was in prison for strangling a woman. He's also free and constantly on TikTok live streams now. He was in prison for strangling a woman and also breaking his child's femur. He broke his 2-year-old daughter's femur. His whole excuse for that is that he didn't mean to break his daughter's femur, but they have a bone condition in their family. He says,
the femur is the hardest part of the body to break. You can't accidentally break the most difficult part of the human body to break.
quote, it makes our bones more easy to break, so understand that it's not a regular bone. That's the little detail that people are forgetting. I f***ed up, it was a mistake, I was intoxicated, but I sat in the hospital all week for her.
Bro is saying, I sat in the hospital. She's 2 years old and you're the one that did it. No fucking shit, you sat in the... What? You're not doing a service to the fucking world by saying that you sat in the hospital next to your fucking 2-year-old daughter that you broke the femur of. You should. You shouldn't even be sitting there because you shouldn't have broken her fucking femur. And it's because you got drunk. Fucking serious. Olivia, thank you for following.
He slammed a truck door on his daughter's leg.
Yeah, how's he out of prison? Wait, what did he do?
He slammed a truck door on his daughter's leg. Yeah.
Whoa.
The femur is the hardest bone in the body to break, so I don't believe for one second that they have any sort of bone condition, and even if they do, this is no excuse. It is the longest, strongest, and heaviest bone that supports and can support up to 30 times the body weight of the person. It typically requires significant force, such as a severe trauma from a car accident, to break the femur. And Ashley exposes that while they were in a flirtatious relationship, because they're constantly
Moonlight,
live
thank you for
stream
following.
battling, they're flirting on camera.
How heavy is the truck door? She's 2 years old, so the bone isn't fully developed. And a truck door is fucking heavy. You know what I mean? It's not light. It's a heavy fucking door. Yeah, dude. Poor fucking kid, dude. Poor kid. I feel like if your femur got broke at such a young age, I feel like even when you get older, I feel like it won't be the same. Am I wrong for assuming that? Thank you for following. He planned that shit out. I don't know. I don't want to sit here and assume. But he said it was an accident. I think he could have, regardless if he was intoxicated or not, I think should have. I mean, bro, like I've never been intoxicated. I've never drank before. Beef, thank you for following. But I have friends that drink and they make stupid decisions, right? And they could get all fucking whoopty. They could start running into shit. They could start hitting shit. Why were you in a car with a 2-year-old while intoxicated? I don't know the picture. I don't know if maybe the friend that was sober drove. Why are you still in the car with your 2-year-old daughter while intoxicated? Why is your 2-year-old daughter with you while you're intoxicated enough to not understand that you know what I mean? Like, it just seems like no matter how accidental it was, it's still your fault. No matter how accidental it is. Hopefully his daughter's far away from him now. Yeah, I don't know.
This is all public information. Like,
He's free now.
he's free, and they're constantly live streaming on TikTok together. They're meeting up, they're doing all these things, and then Ashley, she gets into these fights with her boyfriends, exposes them or starts rumors about them. And I say rumors because we'll get into that, but Ashley exposes that even Eli sent her a text message that if she doesn't respond quickly, it's about to be a DV situation, which he was in prison for strangling a woman. He's also accused of being an SAR by multiple women. And somehow Ashley, well, I guess not somehow, I would expect nothing less from her, she still has a cordial relationship here and there with Eli. They always have this like on and off flirtatious relationship on live streams. They get upset with each other for just the most random things that are not serious. They don't get upset with each other for essaying people, child neglect, breaking daughter's femur, neglecting daughters, nothing. They go and they get upset because Eli will go on live stream and say that Ashley Trevino is built like a juice box. She has a very boxy body shape. But it is very strange to me that they are not upset with each other for the little crimes that some of them are committing. Then most notably, you have her relationship with Francisco, and that is a huge part of the discourse, primarily for how heinous the crimes he committed were.
Getting super drunk around your child isn't an accident. Yeah, that's a mistake that they did. Getting super drunk around your 2-year-old child, bro. Like, okay, I grew up with a father who drinks. I've seen him drunk. I didn't like how he was when he was drunk. And that's something that a lot of people go through, and that taught me not to drink. I never drank because of how I was raised, you should never get severely intoxicated in front of your kid. I believe that should be a thing. Like, you shouldn't be able to do that. If you have a kid and you are getting severely intoxicated around that kid, I believe you're a bad parent. I think if you want to go out and drink with your friends, go do that. If you want to sip some wine with your wife, go do that. Get a little buzz, go out and get drunk at a bar outside of home. But if you're home and you're around your kid and you're getting drunk, and not just drunk, fucked up, that is showing your kid a side of you that your kid shouldn't see. They're showing your kids, you know, you're pretty much exposing them to a substance that, you know, I'm not saying everyone should avoid, because I think, you know, I mean, people drink, have fun, you know, party, club, whatever, right? But they're being exposed to a substance at a young age that, you know, they should be taught the dangers of before they're exposed to the type of behaviors that comes out of extreme intoxication.
But also because the 2 teenage girls he killed were 19 and 13. One of her daughters is 13. What's especially alarming is that after Ashley live streamed with him, either he himself with a contraband phone in prison or somebody else made a TikTok account for him. I don't know which option is worse, which, by the way, he's also in another open case where he gave a prison guard $5,000 to smuggle in 100 pills of fentanyl and 1 pound of amphetamines. They were all caught, so he has another case. He might have a phone. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know if it's a fan account. I don't know if it's his phone posting his own TikTok fan edits. I don't know which one is worse, but there are videos of him talking on the phone in prison with very specific songs playing. Some lyrics read, "I don't know why, but I fell in love with breaking the law." And it's romanticizing prison life. And
I think that's the problem too with a lot of nowadays, like, generation, is they glorify the bad. You know, it's like rap culture is trying to flex who can do the most illegal shit and get away with it. A lot of it is flexing that you got hella money, flexing how you grew up in a worse, you know, situation, worse household situation, talking about all the illegal shit that you've done. And, you know, at a certain point, a lot of the people that are rapping are not telling the truth, and they're just kind of saying shit just because it sounds, you know, cool. It's like, came from the trenches, I fucking shot this motherfucker's baby daddy, and fucking, you know, I robbed this motherfucker's shoes in broad daylight, and then I fucking killed that motherfucker. I ran their hood, and they gotta check it with me before they step into my block. When in real life, their name is fucking Daniel, and they, you know, live in a gated community. You know what I mean? But they could still rap about it. And then those people that grow up and hear that shit and like, oh, this guy's so cool, bro. This guy's so cool. Why is he cool? Oh, he's fucking talking about shooting, murder, all this shit. Oh, this guy's cool as fuck, you know? Pipe down, George. And it's like, people glorify that shit, you know? People are like, dude, this guy's a fucking badass, dude. Nah, this guy's really about it, though. This guy's cool as fuck. This guy's really about it, though. And, like, it just kind of puts you in, like, you know, it puts you in a situation where you could decide whether or not to keep following the trend of bad is cool, or you could, you know, swerve down the corner, and then, you know, look at the other side where it's like, you don't have to talk about murder. You don't have to listen to songs about fucking, you know, killing people and, you know, drugs and, you know, all this stuff to be cool. You could listen to some songs about fucking reggae, about, you know, I want to love you in the island. Ah, la, la, la. You know what I mean? Some shit like that. You could listen to songs about fucking, let's go crazy, crazy, crazy till we see the sun. I know we only pretend it's love. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to listen to some fucking, that's all right, your bitch ass. Fuck your bitch ass. You know, kind of shoot your motherfucker bitch ass. You know what I mean? Like, there's other shit you can listen to, and it's still cool. It's still fun. It's still like enjoyable. You don't. Some people just see everything as like, this is how it is, you know? And
breaking the law. Her relationship with double murderer Francisco.
Only prisoner I'd marry is Kitty, bro. What the fuck? She's not in prison, bro.
And not because he killed 2 young girls. Well, and then another, so 3. One of them almost the same age as Ashley's own children. It comes to its fateful demise because Ashley would constantly show him on her live streams when they were video chatting, letting him speak to her viewers, talking about his victims, laughing that he was innocent, making fun of his victims, which is clearly she's not allowed to be live streaming their calls. He has his video call privileges revoked for 90 days. And that appears to be the extent of Ashley's undying love for criminals. Triple homicide? Debatable. 90 days without video chats is an unspeakable break in their relationship. That is a deal breaker. It cannot be. Then you have Ash Trevino's more recent relationship with someone that she jokes is going to be her daughter's new stepdad. This guy, his name is Santos. He's out in the free world, if you will. The allegation is that Ashley's oldest daughter, who was 15 when this took place, had shown her mom this guy's account of this random small TikToker and was like, I kind of have a crush on this guy. Look at him. He's kind of cute, isn't he, Mom? Which would be a normal, healthy thing for a girl her age to do. Just show her mom her internet crush. That is what it is, just that, an internet crush. But Ashley instantly goes and starts flirting with Santos. She will go on lives with Santos, this random man that she's never met prior to this, didn't even know existed until allegedly her daughter was like, hey, isn't this guy kind of cute? I kind of have a crush on him.
So he's not an inmate. He's just a TikToker.
Yes, but he has been accused of some heinous things as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so double whammy. Just talking about how she's going to breastfeed Santos, telling him she's going to breastfeed him on live stream.
What? Oh, I got tingles, bro. I got them tingies. You guys know what the fuck is the you know, like the feeling when your spine gets all cold and shit? Y'all know the fucking thing where like you feel your body all like crank, you know what I mean? Like your body all fucking, you know what I mean? Like, what the expired horchata? Yo, chill. I think that's racist. Wait, I didn't laugh at that. Wait, dude. Dude. Ew. I'm Mexican, bro. Don't worry. I know, but like I'm not. So, you know what I mean? Bro, say he didn't laugh at that.
While she grabs her chest and is like jiggling her chest around. Her
Ew,
daughter walks
bruh.
into the room seeing this whole interaction and asks another person on the live stream, some random creator, Ashley is asking, are you jealous because Santos is going to have all of this? And she proceeds to get up and bend over. She tells Santos,
Dude. Y'all feel that shit like down your spine and shit? Get that shit out my ear, bro. Get that shit out my ear.
Santos,
What?
you have to put body oil all
Copy,
over
thank
my
you for
body.
following.
Santos even asks
Wait, what?
Santos, you have to put body oil all over my body. Santos even asks Ashley's daughter, how do you feel that
Wizard
your mom
Pilot,
stole
thank you for
your
following.
crush? To which her daughter claps back, Santos, how do you feel about being bald?
Being bald?
Yeah, he's balding.
Oh.
And Ashley just sits there. Why would you ask her that? Why would you ask her that? But does that stop her from publicly doing this and humiliating herself and indirectly her daughter? Although I don't think that her daughter should feel humiliated, I think that everyone on the internet is very well aware that she is her own person and her mom does not reflect her own personality. But Ashley tells her viewers, I've seen his pee-pee and he's already seen my nunu, okay?
I've already.
Bro, are you fucking serious? This man is 19. Bro. Man is 19. Brother.
Already seen his beepee, and he's already seen my nunu. Okay.
This is where the word nunu is born, her private parts. She also releases a song where she's like,
Oh no.
You want to know how it smells? As Santos, he know it smell well.
I need a tissue. Dude. I feel uncomfortable, bro. I feel unsafe. I feel threatened. I feel hurt. I feel touched, you know, not in a good way. I feel like dude. Don't worry, Jangy Poo, you're safe with me. You don't want to see her nunu? Dude, this is assault, dude. I don't want to know how her nunu smells. And I don't want to ask Santos, you know, how her nunu smells either. I think I'm okay. I think I'm good. I'm gonna have nightmares tonight, dude. Susie, thank you for following. Santos came out with a statement. I'm sure he did.
Yeah. I
Are
can't.
they still talking right now?
On and off, not really. Yeah, she goes on to apologize briefly for her actions on the live stream. She said, first and foremost, I want to apologize for my actions the other day. I know I shouldn't have done the things that I did. Out of alcohol, I did. There's no excuse, but yeah, so I'm just going through that right now. It really opened up my eyes, so I apologize to anyone that followed me, liked me, and then stopped liking me after that. I run to alcohol for everything, so I really apologize from the bottom of my heart. But
What did she do?
just flirting with this guy so weirdly in front of her kids and saying all these things. But she's not sorry because she continues, quote unquote, dating this guy afterwards. When Santos calls, she'll smile, show the live stream, Santos on the caller ID, pick up the phone. Hey, daddy.
Smells like roast beef and cholesterol.
Ma'am,
What do you mean, guys? This is relationship goals.
you look old enough to
Probably smells like chips. Guys, stop. Stop talking about her new
be
smell.
his mother. What do you mean, hey, daddy?
How old is he?
We'll get into that. He looks in his young 20s.
Okay.
Yeah. The whole thing is bizarre, and her relationship with her daughters is very alarming because the fact that this is her daughter's alleged crush and she feels comfortable doing this, and she's almost rubbing it, taunting it in her daughter's own face. And people have pointed out that anytime they do TikTok battles, because sometimes her eldest daughter will do a TikTok battle with her own mother, anytime her daughter wins the TikTok battle, Ashley looks genuinely upset. Genuinely upset. So now, with this going on, Ashley and Santos finally make arrangements to meet each other. Originally, the plan was for Ashley to fly to LA to see Santos. That ends up falling through. The new plan is Santos will come see Ashley in Texas. For 3 days, Ashley is eagerly waiting for Santos, who is just not showing up. For 3 days, he stands her up. He just keeps standing her up. And this is a boy that she has never met in person before. She has no established romantic connection with him, but she is publicly wiping her tears with a crumpled up tissue because he's not showing up to see her. And she made him a whole brisket.
Bro, I fucking hate him.
She never cooks for her kids.
Bro, that's real as fuck, though, bro. That's real as fuck. If that's real as fuck, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Maybe not to a fucking age gap like that, but like, bro, if I like a girl and I told her to pull up and I had food ready for him or her, and you know she ain't pull up, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That reaction valid as fuck, bro. I'm also being like on some, maybe not on some crying shit, but like, I'm also like, bro, I fucking hate her, bro. I fucking knew she wasn't the fucking one, bro. Fuck that bitch. I hate her, bro. Like that, like yo, she made herself brisket.
But she cooked him a brisket and he didn't show up for her brisket. And she tells her viewers, I'm still human at the end of the day, you guys. It doesn't matter what happens in my life. I'm still freaking human. Inevitably, because fate is sick and twisted, Santos does end up making his way over to Texas to stay with Ashley. Her daughters are home. This is her daughter that initially showed her the crush, right? And now her mom is glued to him like a piece of gum. Ashley is latching onto him like a koala. It is the strangest sight to see. Her behavior reminds me of like a middle school relationship where someone is so deeply insecure and must show you that they're in a relationship and they have the emotional maturity of a Brussels sprout. So
He pulled up for dinner and said, where's the food? And she says, this nunu is your food, and then spreads her turkey legs. I never want to hear that sentence ever again,
they just think
bro.
that if they're physically touching someone, the world will believe that they're in love.
This is live stream?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Bro, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Bro, I'm good, bro. Yo, chat, look. Yo, chat, I'm straight, bro. I'm good, bro. I'm okay. Dude. Dude, I'm good. I'm fucking good. I'm okay. I'm fucking good. Chat, I'll be right back, yo. Hold up. I'm gonna go fill my water bottle, okay? I'll be RB, alright? Hold up. Hold up. I've tucked my feet back into my covers. I don't think he's good. Nah, bro. I'm good, bro. I'm fucking good, bro. I'm straight. I'm good. Dead mean, thanks for following. Ah, Shiba. Okay. I would crawl back into my...
Just kidding.
Like the ocean.
Fucking...
Not jealous because I'm in the same room as him or what?
Don't kiss.
More
Bro, he's getting paid a bag to be there, bro.
Moreover, throughout the entire live, she just keeps calling Santos her husband whilst biting her lip and staring deeply into the camera. She also has this flirting look. Anytime she's flirting with someone, she... Ooh, this is her signature look. She bites her lip, squints her eyes, and then flares her nostrils. It's like her mating call. Yeah, but nothing compares to what is about to happen. Ashley is going on her very first date with Santos, her daughter's crush. She hires a makeup artist, puts on what I can only describe to be a long maxi dress that is not casual. It reminds me of someone might wear to prom. And they head to a club where they get seats in the back of the club. And
Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Oh, what the fuck just happened? Oh, fuck. Oh my god. I just fucking, dude, water just went down the wrong hole and I fucking...
Ooh, this is her signature look. She bites her lip, squints her eyes, and then flares her nostrils. Ashley is going on her very first date with Santos, her daughter's crush. She hires
Thank you for the raid. RC.
a makeup artist, puts on what I can only describe to be a long...
Where did I choke? Right here.
And they head to a club where they get seats in the back of the club. And they... flirt. Someone might wear to prom.
Bro, I don't know what the fuck happened. I just got... Dude, water just fucking... It went down the wrong hole. And I tried to swallow it, but I like couldn't. So I fucking coughed and now there's water all over the fucking floor, dude. Let me get a towel. Hold up. Oh my god, dude. Bro, did y'all see my fucking face, bro? Did y'all see my face? Fucking gagged on that shit,
and
bro.
they head to a club where they get seats in the back of the club. And they...
Bro, that wasn't fake, bro. I want y'all to know. I don't want a clip farm, but like, bro, that shit was fucking gagging on that Nunu. Ban her! Ban her! Oh, alright, chat, we're back. Oh, fuck, dude. That shit came out my nose, bro. Anyway, that's a funny clip. Oh, why am I watching my own fucking stream? Where's the video? Oh.
And they order steaks. And all of this is being live streamed. And there's just loud music blaring. The bass of the music itself is enough to cook the steak to a medium well. She's asking Santos to cut her own steak because she's dainty and frail. And he's just there talking and messaging other girls whilst there's music just bumping at the club.
How do we know that?
She's live streaming it.
How do we know he's messaging other girls?
He's literally, other girls are on TikTok live being like, Santos just messaged me to show up. And I'm like, I'm not going to show up. Yeah.
Wow.
But then later in the live stream, she says, it was honestly like a dream come true, you know? Like, even though we were just friends or whatever, he made it special. This is unfortunately the very grim beginning of the Santos saga. He will constantly be a reoccurring part of Ash Trevino's problematic world, and it's pretty obvious that he's just here for the fame, if you can even call it that, and the money. But that should not take away from how uncomfortable their relationship is. She will be live streaming Santos. They'll be doing the TikTok battles. She'll show him the haunted rose.
Look what I have charging.
No!
Oh, you don't need that when you have me.
I need it for tonight, though.
Oh yeah, you're gonna definitely need that for tonight.
I don't have you tonight. All I have is the FaceTime.
Yeah. All you could use right now.
We're on.
Bro, what in the fucking 2020 TikTok POV skin is this, bro? What in the fucking POV TikTok? You don't need that tonight. When you got me. I'm sorry.
We're on live. We can't.
I know.
But then she starts biting her lips and
And don't forget the flared nose. Oh yeah, my bad.
looking weirdly at the camera, and some people believe that
Oh,
she's
she
using it
ulted. She did the ult.
table. There are allegations that she has done this before, using her haunted rose to haunt the entire internet. Allegedly, there are 2 clips of her where she has gone on live. Once, she just flat out left the screen, and you can hear things that sound like her using the haunted rose and being haunted.
Come on, bro. Cut us some fucking slack, Ashley. Cut us some slack. On stream? Bro, why is she fucking live streaming this shit? At this point, just do OF. Why are you doing this shit on TikTok live, bro? A drill, thank you for following. It's 2 a.m. in the morning.
Allegedly,
I don't know what they get from this shit, bro. What does Santi get from this shit? Do you think Santi's on a payroll? Or do you think Santi's just, like, trolling? Nah, he has to like it, bro. He has to like her in some type of way. He probably has some type of weird fetish. I don't know, bro.
A lot of clips that have been
He wants views, but bro, like I get views, but like, dude, what the fuck is this, dude?
taken out of context. I can't be 1,000% sure on which the context is for these clips, if they've been edited or altered, but I don't think it would really change the implications of what is all of this is doing to her daughter's upbringing. But if it is true, in one live where it's alleged that she was using the haunted, being haunted, she was playing the song How to Save a Life, the Where Did I Go Wrong? How to Save a Life by The Fray. And
Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend. Bro, wait, she was using her rose toy while listening to that? She could have listened to fucking The Weeknd, or, you know, she could have listened to some fucking, I don't know, Cigarettes After Sex, but nah, she used fucking How to Save a Life? Why? Why that song? That's so random. That ruins the song for me.
if this
I was gonna reenact it, but I can't. That's fucking gross.
is not edited, it sounds like she is having fun to the beat of How to Save a Life. Which netizens describe as, quote, diabolical. Then there is the infamous flashing.
Where did I go wrong?
She is
I
live stream
lost a
battling
friend.
Santos. And for whatever reason, she decides that she is going to start rubbing her whole chest very seductively, or what I imagine she believes to be seductively. Just fully rubbing like she's kneading dough, kneading a pizza dough, while staring into the camera, biting her lips, flaring her nostrils, her usual mating sign. She even tries licking her own chest, and she just does this for
Licking your chest? Is that even fucking possible? Did I do it? Wait, did I do it? Did I do it? I can't tell. I can't tell if I did it. I don't think I did. I felt something on my tongue, but it might have been my chin. You have to have titties? Bro, I do a little bit. Just I feel like I feel it, but I don't know if that's my chin or my
for over a minute until fully her whole chest is out of her shirt on a TikTok live stream.
Bro, what? How's she not getting
She
banned?
flashes a 19-year-old boy on a live stream. Santos is 19 years old. Ashley is 36 years old. She's flashing him while her kids and likely other kids online are watching.
She's double his age.
Yes.
Is she not gonna go to, like, why? Would that not get you banned, bro? I could get banned on TikTok live for saying like too many curse words. Fuck, she's not getting banned for flashing her fucking Yetis? Or Yetis? I get banned for saying fuck too many times?
People find out through Ashley's live streams that Santos is 19. He had claimed to everybody that he was 22. He works as a club promoter. And in most of Ashley's live streams, he's getting drunk. So everybody just assumed that he's at least 21, 22.
Who said her needies?
Because he does look very young, especially when next to Ashley. Not that 35 or 36 is old, but she looks much older than her age. The most popular netizen comment is, that is a harsh 35, saying she aged pretty hard. Now, during a live stream, netizens that did some digging into Santos uncovered that he is not 22, that he's actually 19. They did some digging and they're like, wait, that guy is 19.
What's your age, Santos?
I'm 19. I could box him.
So the age finally comes out. He's 19.
And people are spamming in the live stream like, wait, we just discovered he's 19. He's not
Girl, she
22.
looks
He can't be a
50?
club promoter.
I
He's
don't
not
know.
supposed to be drinking. He's 19.
Regardless of 50 or 36, too old for 19. You know, regardless, you know?
And he becomes super emotional about the situation because he feels like his whole life is ruined. He starts crying on the live stream, and Ashley is hugging him. This is the same woman that refuses to take her daughter to urgent care with a burn, who doesn't care that her daughter is throwing up or sick or anything. She's hugging him, and he just wants to be alone. And she's like, Shh, no, it's okay, it's okay. She's doting on him, and he's just like, leave me the alone.
Stop. I got you. I told you that. I told you I got you. I got you. I got you, babe. I got you, babe. Stop. I got you. Stop.
She says in a live,
Bro, that's how she acts with fucking Santos, but when her daughter's throwing up, stop lying. You're not throwing up. You're good. You're not throwing up. Yeah, she refused to buy her kids a bed too. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, my mom is only 2 years older. She looks much younger. Prime example of taking care of yourself and drinking water and not eating fucking bean dip and chips. He just got out of high school. Yeah, bro. Just got out of high school. That's a fucking, and keep in mind, this was her daughter's like TikTok crush that she's now claiming is her husband.
live stream. I don't even want to talk about it because right now I don't even have my kids. Y'all can hear it's quiet. Coming home and like seeing this empty house, it's sad. It brings me back to when I didn't have them. They were not taken from me because I know there's going to be rumors circulating. No, my kids are not taken from me. But she says that with all the backlash of everybody finding out and she finding out, she says she didn't know Santos was 19. She is just in a bad place. And now everybody wants her kids taken away from her because Santos was provided alcohol because she assumed he was over 21. Mm-hmm. And all this drama is unfolding. And she's just very upset about it. The thing with Santos is he has allegations against him for SA. I don't know if any criminal charges were filed. It does not appear to be. But that doesn't really mean anything because a lot of the times they don't want to file criminal charges for SA. And I say they as in the police. But there are a lot of people who have said there are a lot of allegations out there. I just don't think anyone that is connected to Ashley, aside from her own children and maybe extended family members, are that good of people. I don't think you can be to some degree. Because a lot of people that knew her in the beginning, they just knew her as like a TikTok troll, like inmate hopper, hee hee ha ha. But once a lot of these allegations and the connections with these killers have come forward, a lot of TikTok creators have cut their ties with Ashley. So I think once you find out what she's done and to still be friendly with her is alarming. Mm-hmm. There's a video of Ashley live streaming and they're in an Uber heading somewhere. She's in actually, it's not an Uber. Her security detail is driving. I don't know why she has security. It's very much Jen Soto vibes. She says she needs security because anytime she goes out in public, she's just hounded.
Allegations against what? Santos had allegations for SA. Once again, I've told this story before. I got asked to be on an TREVINO blind dating show. Didn't know who she was at the time, and I declined it just because I was like, I'm good. I don't want her. Yeah. I ended up, meeting up with some people that knew her personally, and I remember when you meet people, you check out their Instagram, you check out like their stuff, and some of them were doing TikTok dances with TREVINO, and I was like, why are they dancing with her? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know who she is, but like, why are they dancing with her? And I was just like, what is the big deal? You know what I mean? What is the deal? And like, my friends were like, there's some like drama with TREVINO. I was like, what the fuck is the drama? Because I'm not tapped in. Again, this is my first time watching this, right? So I'm really untapped in. But now that I know all this stuff, now it's like, why the fuck are these dudes, giving her more attention, more of a platform? And a lot of them are young. Like, a lot of them are like my age, like 20, And it's like, I have morals at 20. I'm sure you have morals at 20. Platforming a person that, is doing this is kind of fucked up, Yes, you could say that you're using her for attention. You're using her for clout. But at a certain point, it's like, at what point are you, you know, you're gaining the wrong type of clout. You know, there's people think all attention is good attention, bro. It's not the case at all, bro. It's like, if I'm gaining clout off of, you know, being a horrible person, why the fuck would I want that, you know? I'd rather gain a crowd of 100 people that came to find out that they fuck with me versus gain a crowd of 1,000 people and half of those motherfuckers think that I'm a demon. You know what I mean?
And just constantly recognized. So her security is driving, and it's one of those 3-row SUVs. Security is in the very front, and in the middle seat you have Ashley and her 2 friends. And in the very last row behind Ashley, you have Santos and another girl who is also a TikTok streamer. While Ashley is live streaming, dancing to music, you see Santos in the back, and it looks like he's shoving the girl sitting next to him, shoving her head down in a way that would indicate that she is engaging in oral activities with him. She does not seem to be enjoying herself. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm just trying to describe the video. It's not exactly certain what's happening there briefly. Some netizens thought that initially she was doing a line of drugs, but Santos, being the upstanding character that he is shoving her head down to make it appear like it's something that it's not. Regardless, Ashley notices and her whole energy shifts because she looks very upset when she starts putting 2 and 2 together. Again, a lot of netizens were freaking out because they didn't know what was taking place, but it's definitely not a great look. Netizens are very split on how to feel about this. Now, I end up finding clips, and there are, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have if you're really deep into the Ash Trevino lore like I am right now, and in that case, I'm sending you some luck. But I did find this one clip where it appears the girl in the back seat addresses the situation. As in, she did engage in intimate relations in a car full of people.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real, I did do that. He deserved it. He was working hard. He was taking care of us. He was very nice to me. He was doing a lot of stuff for me. So I sure did. What about it? Y'all haven't?
He deserved it. Yeah. He seemed like he was having a hard day, so I gave him some top in a car full of fucking 5-10 people. He was working hard. He was looking like he deserved it. So I did that. And that's on period. Are we not embarrassed? Oh God! Oh God! Why are we proud about that shit, dude? What the H? What the heck?
What?
Yeah.
What?
I looked at the camera after the fact. Honestly, I didn't even know she was like live. She basically blasted me. Yeah, she's doing it on purpose. So she blames Ashley for putting this on live stream, but she does claim that this did take place. I will say that she is also a very questionable character. She was caught on her child's father's Ring camera, so her baby daddy's Ring camera, if you will, driving to his house with her newborn baby in the middle of the night, leaving the newborn baby in the car seat on the front porch, ringing the doorbell, and then booking it back to her car while giggling. She's like, hee hee, and then leaving. Like she's ding-dong ditching someone, but it's just abandoning her own child so that she can go party and do God knows what. He ends up posting that Ring footage.
These are crazy.
Yeah. Santos addresses the whole situation, and he has a completely different story. He says nothing happened in the backseat. She was just reaching over for her phone, and her mouth just happened to be open. Clearly, he thinks it's funny. Ashley then goes on to have a huge falling out with Santos briefly, where she claims he essayed her. She says, I'm getting everything together. I'm getting videos. I'm getting everything. I got text messages, everything. She says, I got bruises on my arm right now. I got bruises right there. I'm not under his spell no more. I'm not going to play anymore. I do believe that Ash Trevino can be a terrible person and can be essayed. I don't think that those two things are mutually exclusive, but I do think that in this situation, it's very hard to take the allegations seriously because she'll go and hop on a live stream with Santos after she makes these allegations, and she's like,
You said I essayed you?
You said that about me.
No, you said I essayed you.
You said that about me.
Did I essay you?
Answer this. You said that about me, yes or no? You said that about me on your live. That's all you said.
They continue to go back and forth before calming down and giggle-gaggling, because while Santos is arguing, he was in the midst of getting a tattoo, which Ashley jokes that he should get her name tattooed.
Hayden with a backward snapback. It's actually a fitted cap. The snapback's the one where you like peel and you snap. It's a fitted cap. OMG, they're immature. They're fighting like children. They both did. Okay, sexual assault is such a topic because majority of SA cases, and I mean the majority, there's never any proof, which would determine whether or not if it's true or not by law. But at a certain point, since there's so many without proof, the only thing that you have to go by is each story, right? And you have to go by his story and her story. It's just hard, bro. It's like, it's just one of those things where it's like, it's just hard. You know what I mean? Like, some people that go through SA don't realize they've been through SA until later in life when they realize that this shit's not right. A lot of people, you know, don't realize that, and then by that time they don't have proof. You know, some people like, when they do go through sexual assault, they're not gonna whip out a phone and start recording. They're traumatized as it is to be in that situation. They're not gonna, you know, have a GoPro strapped to the fucking ceiling and just hope that it recorded everything. You know what I mean? It's not likely that someone that has been SA'd has proof. It's very, very hard to. But then there's also a lot of people that lie about getting SA'd. There's a lot of people that, you know, have claimed that they've gotten SA'd for attention and for, you know, fucking sympathy when they haven't gotten SA'd. So to mix all of those factors, it's really, really hard to assume who's right and who's wrong in certain situations. The best thing to do is to feel sympathy for whoever is going through whatever and not jump on the gun and point fingers directly at who they're accusing unless there's definitive proof, which is hard to not do. Some people that have gone through SA, you know, if they have the courage to come out, most people will hear that story and jump the gun and be like, that guy's a piece of shit. You know? And let's say he's innocent. And now that guy's life is ruined over something that didn't happen, right? But let's say he isn't innocent. Let's say he did do the SA, but there's still no evidence. You see what I'm trying to say? Is like, at the end of the day, it's hard. Like, this is such a topic where it's like, it just sucks. It just sucks because there's no, like literally something as SA can mean so many things. You being touched after saying no, that's sexual assault. Someone, like, for example, tickling you and you tell them stop and they continue doing it, that's sexual assault, right? But also sexual assault could be rape. You know, it's all in the same category. And I'm not saying one is worse than the others, but I'm saying, like, it's such a broad thing, and it's so, like, you can't, rape is probably a lot easier to prove because there's, like, DNA, there's, like, fingernails, like, you know, like, if you scratch them, there's DNA in the fingernails. That it's probably easier to, like, dig up evidence and to actually put those people that, you know, are sexual assaulters in jail and, you know, put those people behind bars. Backstanding for falling. But it's harder to prove, you know, something where, come on, baby, like, I know you're drunk, but, like, come home with me. And she's saying, no, come home with me. Like, come on, like, I'm drunk too, blah, blah, come home with me. That's sexual assault, sexual harassment. And if it gets physical, that's sexual assault. That's harder to prove. That's harder to prove, you know? It's like, the best way to avoid this is to teach people at a young age, you know, what sexual assault is, how to be a gentleman, how to be a proper, you know, person in this situation. I'm not saying that only women get sexually assaulted, men get sexually assaulted all the fucking time. All the fucking time. Your local Pookie, thank you for following. you know, both men and women get sexually assaulted. To teach them at a young age to just have decency, revealing clothing is not an invitation. You know, alcohol and them being intoxicated is not consent. You know, no means no the first time, and it should be the last time. You know, teaching them at a young age will avoid, you know, will help the cases of sexual assault, because it's so hard to prove. It's like that. It's such a shitty thing, you know. Sad part is, even if they prove the assaulters don't get punished, so it's useless, really. Yeah, dude, there's been cases where like they have proof, videos, and everything, and even after all of that, nothing ends up happening, which is fucking crazy. So it's like, even with the proof that a slight amount of actual victims have, they don't do shit with it. Like, bro, it just, at that point, what's the fucking point of even having proof in the first place? You know? It just sucks. It really does suck. Parenting is so damn important. I can't believe how many people don't understand that. I agree. I remember, like, I was having a conversation with this girl. Not like a girl I was talking to, just a friend of mine. And I was telling her a story about how I was like flirting with this girl at a party, right? And then she was like, why didn't you take her home? And I was like, because she was drunk. And she was like, yeah, but that's fine though. I was like, no, it's not. Right? And and she was like, why? Like, you know, like, if she's drunk, like, that's like, you know, like, she was clearly into you. Like, she was like all up on you. And I was like, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't matter. And she was like, oh, you know what? You're right. You were raised right. And I was like, no, I mean, yeah, I think I was, but also, like, shouldn't everyone know that? Shouldn't that be common sense? Shouldn't that be something that everyone also has the same morals for? Because that doesn't seem like something that I should be like, oh, look at me, I'm a fucking hero for not taking home a drunk girl. That seems like some decency that every human should do. You know what I mean? Every human should be like, oh, they're drunk, they don't have the consciousness to make the right decision. Okay, I'm not going to make the decision for them right now. That seems like basic fucking morals, and people, you know, like, that shouldn't be something glorified. That's some basic ass shit. You know, no one should tell me being like, hey, you're such a good person for doing that shit. No, I'm not. I'm not a great human for doing that. That's some normal ass shit, you know? Always teach people to value the world and body language. Yeah, dude. And like, the bar is so low. I know, bro. It's like, I've seen a lot of cases where I go out and I'll see, you know, some people, you know, get drunk, get fucked up, which is fine. And then they'll be very, very touchy with a lot of women, or a lot of girls will be very touchy with other guys. And I'm sober. I've never drank. I've said this plenty times before, but I'm just gonna mention this again. I don't drink, right? Which means I'm always sober, which means that you know, sometimes I'll notice a lot more than the average drunk person would, because I'm very present. A girl would go up to me sometimes, you know, this isn't a flex, by the way, but she would be very touchy because she's drunk. She's very fucking touchy. And I would be okay with it, because, you know, I think, you know, she's attractive, so I'm not like, get off of me. You know, maybe if she was unattractive, I'd be like, get off of me. But I was just like, you know, allowing her to like grab my arm, you know, blah blah blah, right? But I didn't do anything back. I wasn't holding her, I wasn't touching her in any way, right? And then she grabs my head, right, and then leans in, right? I thought she was gonna whisper something in my ear, like, tell me something, right? Whisper something in my ear. She goes, and then licks my neck, right? And starts licking it, right? And I at that point, I push her off, because I'm like, chill, you know what I mean? Like, you're pretty, you're very cute, but chill, you know, because she's drunk, you know what I mean? I don't want her to be like waking up in the next morning and be like, oh my god, why the fuck did I do that? You know what I mean? I would just rather, you know, chill out, right? And I ended up getting her number afterwards. I ended up texting her, Hopefully you got home safe. And then she calls me. She's like, I don't remember shit from last night. And I was like, do you want me to tell you, or do you just want to forget about it? And she was like, could you tell me? I was like, sure. So I told her, and she was like, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I was like, it's okay. Like, I was okay with it. I just wasn't sure if you were okay with it. So that's why I didn't continue. Because I was okay with it. You know, I was just unsure if she was, because she was intoxicated. So I was waiting for the clear. And then we hung out after that when we were both sober, or when she was sober. And then, you know, it was some chill shit after that. But what I'm saying is, if you're unsure if they're fucking going to be okay with this, when they wake up the next morning, they start to look at what they did while they were drunk. If you're unsure if they'll be okay with it, it's best to play it safe, and it's not worth the risk for an hour of fun. Not fucking worth it, bro. Especially because what if, like, let's say I was like, you know, engaging in this, right? She wakes up, asks me what happened. I go, oh yeah, we fucking made out. We went back home, all this shit. And she goes, wait, what? I didn't want to do that shit. And now you have to live with the guilt that you fucking took advantage of a drunk girl. You know what I mean?
And all is well in the morally bankrupt world that is Ash Trevino. Until 20 hours later, Ashley starts getting emotional on live because Santos had texted her that he can't do this anymore. That the situation has just spiraled out of control. In any event, this sends Ashley into a full-blown orbit, and she goes onto a trip with a bunch of other TikTokers. One of the attendees is a 20-year-old woman who brings along her little brother. Now, this little brother becomes quite a controversy with Ashley.
This is never ending.
Yeah, there's pictures of them on this trip. It's so weird. It's like Ashley is their chaperone. But she's walking around the mall, and it's the way that she tries to act like she fits in with a bunch of teenagers when she's 36 and looks, I don't know, 46. No offense.
And they're all young.
They're
TikTokers.
all young. In one moment on the live, she keeps trying to kiss him on the side of the face, which is very alarming. And even his older sister, Bree, is telling her, like, don't do this. Like, don't kiss my little baby brother. Like, you're too old for him. And then there's other parts of the night where she says that she wants to wear a dress for easy access, indicating that she wants Bree's little brother to have easy access to her. That's the problem, right? Some rumors were going around that he was 16, which would be alarming, right? But he does go on live to further state that he's actually 18. I am inclined to believe that he's 18. It does.
I don't think. Okay. I don't think that fucking like. Oh, he's 18. Oh, he's 18. Oh, he's just 18. That doesn't matter, bro. That doesn't matter. If you're 30 fucking 6, that doesn't matter. If you're 36, that doesn't matter. That literally doesn't matter if you're 36. And I also don't believe that she's 36. I don't believe that.
But it's still.
Yeah.
This guy, she's cuddling him. She's sitting right. But it's still.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
During the night, Ashley is live streaming alone with this guy. She's cuddling him. She's sitting right next to him. He's sitting there facing the camera, looking incredibly uncomfortable. And she's just resting her head on his shoulder. It's just. So much is happening. So with her talking about being interested in a 9-year-old when she was 15, her talking about being interested in Santos, who is 19, when she's 36, and then this situation, it's just starting.
No, I read what she said. I read it. I read it, smiled, not gonna read it out loud.
To get weird. Even when she talks about her daughter, if she were to see an older man and lies about her age, she wouldn't call the police. All of this is starting to get very, very strange. I mean, she is, in my personal opinion, a predator, just like the ones that she's dated. So while all of this is going on, the netizens are reporting Ashley and her whole family to CPS, trying to get her children in a safe place away from Ashley. And she even admits it. Yes, I've had like 20 CPS cases. They dismissed them all because you.
Like, why is, like, bro, I don't want to sit here and be like, let's reverse the roles of gender here. But let's reverse the fucking roles of gender here. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean, bro? Like, you know what I mean, bro? Like, if we were to reverse the fucking roles and it's a 37-year-old guy doing this with a 18-year-old girl. Like, come on. Like, why are we normalizing this shit? But we're calling out the ones that's doing it. Like, call out both at the same level because they're both fucking predators. The fact that they're 18 doesn't make her not a predator. That makes her still a fucking weirdo predator. It doesn't matter if they're fucking, if the 18-year-old boy is okay with it. That doesn't matter. That doesn't mean shit. She is still a predator for enjoying the presence of an 18-year-old boy in a sexual manner when she's 36, which is what she claims to be, which I don't fucking believe that.
You know why? My kids are in good hands. My kids are taken care of. And she says, and the other day I was laughing because whenever I was on live, well, before I went on live, I actually saw someone else on live. I'm not going to say who, but she was doing the same thing that I do. She was literally feeding her kids, and it's like what I do. And literally people in her comments were like, oh my God, she's such a good mom. You're such a good mom. You're like the best mom and this and that. And I'm like, bro, I do that same stuff with my kids. Y'all literally bash me. Oh, you're a bad mom. Oh, why are you doing this? Why are you doing it like this? Why are you doing it that way? Why are you feeding them like that? My kids were older than hers, and y'all are like praising this female. It's because y'all don't like me, but y'all like her, and that's what it is. That is what it is.
No, it's probably because they're feeding, probably because they're getting fed pretty decent food. I would assume so. You know what I mean? They're probably getting fed some nutrients and not some fucking bean dip. You know what I mean? I'm just making an assumption. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Right? I don't fucking know. I'm just making an assumption. But she's probably getting fed some fucking decent food while her kids are eating fucking bean dip and some fucking and some shit, and some fucking chips. That's lower than the bare minimum. Yeah. Why is she like saying that like that's a point proven? Yeah, you know what I do with my kids? I feed them food and I'm not getting praised for it. What? What do you mean I'm not getting praised for it? I literally feed my kids. I feed them food. You want a cookie? You probably do.
In Ash Trevino's world, it is always the viewer's fault, all of this. In another live stream clip, she says, I don't even have my kids right now. So her kids are constantly wanting to stay with her parents, going to their grandparents' home. So they're either with their grandparents, it seems like they're there most of the time, and then Ashley will have them sometimes. And she says, I don't even have my kids right now, and it sucks, and it's because of y'all. I don't have my kids because of y'all. So yeah, they can come back anytime they want, but I just choose not to have them because of y'all. She also cries on live stream because one of her top gifters went over to her ex-best friend Heffa's live stream and donated money, and she's sobbing. She's genuinely sobbing.
I'm sorry, guys. I had to end that live. She's still one of my biggest gifters, bro, and I don't.
Bro, I thought she was about to say like she lost them. She cried more when she lost her fucking top gifter than when her fucking daughter's baby daddy passed away.
I don't think that's right.
Hey, everything happens for a reason. Hey, everything happens for a reason. Right? Your top gifter probably left you. There's probably a reason behind it. Everything happens for a reason.
As a friend, you should never steal your friend's gifters.
Not when her kid needs to go to the hospital or is throwing up or has a burn. She's crying. She's crying more than when she cried about her late husband, her ex-husband dying.
Who are these donors? Like, who's donating? Who's her top donor?
A lot of people have questions about that. Who are these people? We don't know. And I feel like there are a lot of causes out there that they could be donating to that don't include Ashley Trevino. Yeah, she's crying that her top gifter, she says, my friend Hefa, because she's the one that got the money.
She has money. Her husband has a trucking company. I have nothing but this.
Don't you got like a Louis Vuitton duffel bag? And on top of that, don't you got some motherfucking, you know, spending $800 on a grocery trip for some chips? Don't you got like, you know, all this shit? You know?
If I don't make money on TikTok, I make nothing for my kids and they can't eat. Okay?
She's wiping tears from her eyes. She stole one of my biggest gifters.
Now, Vogue. See now, Vogue. Why? See, Vogue. Why would we say this, Vogue? See. Why would we, you know what I mean, like, you know, something, you know, like the term, like, you know, like think before you speak. You didn't even just speak it, you typed it, and then you typed it, and then you looked at it, and then you looked at it, and then you sent the comment. See, like, you know what I mean, like, I'm not, you know, like, you know what I mean, like, come on, like you. Like I just don't, you know what I mean? Like like Vogue, like I just want to know. I just want to know. Put that on Shark Tank? Bro, what? What the fuck does that even mean?
Bro, and I don't think that's right. This is how I support my kids. I don't have their dad's child support.
You don't support them.
No more. He passed away. Do you think that I asked God to take their dad from them? No, I didn't. Do you think I said, God, please take their dad? No, but he died. Her daughter then comes into the room to tell her, I love you, but you need to quit saying stuff about my dad, okay?
Wow.
She also states that she just started her partying life. She says that everyone is accusing her of being a partier, and she says no. Before this, she was a mom and a wife. She just started partying like just 5 years ago. 5 years ago. Just 5 years ago. All of this comes to a tumultuous boil when
5 years ago is, dude, if you're partying for 5 years, bro, you gotta get tired after year 3. Like, I'm 20. I've been going out to like these parties since I was like 17, right? 3 years. I'm burnt out. I'm not even old enough to enter a club yet, and I'm burnt out. Like I on Saturdays and Friday nights, I'm like okay with being at home. As for when I was 17, 18, I was like every Friday, Saturday, I'm like, where are we going tonight? I need to go. I need to fucking turn up. I need to go party. I need to go party. 20 years old me, I'll go to a club occasionally, you know? Like, I mean, tomorrow's Friday. I'm going out, but that's because, you know, my friend invited me and she's like, yo, we got a table at this club. Pull up. And I was like, okay, fuck it. But that's because I got invited. If I don't get invited, I don't go to a party or a club. I'm never like, I want to go here. Let's go. You know? How old are you now? 20.
Ashley Trevino decides to take her kids onto her very first podcast appearance. She is going to the Bop House, which is a content house for OF creators based in Miami, I believe. And Camille is going to interview them. She's a famous OF creator who also has her own controversies. She's the one that was viral.
She's a super senior?
Having her brother on the podcast and asking him about what it's like to have a sister who's on OF.
Christian, tell him that it's not that bad having a sister that does.
No, it's horrible. No, I couldn't even go on a field trip. Like, I got bullied so much I couldn't even go on a field trip. Isn't that insane?
And it was just a very, a lot of netizens felt bad for the brother, I guess. I don't know too much about Camille's lore, but Camille does not ease up on Ashley. She asks them, do you think TikTok changed y'all's life for the better or for the worse? Ashley responds,
I can honestly say I've been blessed by TikTok because not only do I get paid with the battles, I get paid with the views. But if I could go back to my life before where nobody knew who I was, I liked it. Mm-hmm. I only had like 50 to like 100 views in my lives. Mm-hmm. And now there's like thousands of people that watch me.
So keep the money, take away the fame.
Literally.
Yo, just unfollow Ash Trevino.
Literally.
Make her not popular at all.
Literally.
She hates it.
Cancel me. Y'all want to cancel me?
Ashley's daughter responds, I feel like I would rather go back to my old life. Yeah, like we have money, but I don't like being online publicly. I'm growing up. That's why I'm homeschooled too. In the beginning at school, people noticed my mom and I got a lot of stares in the cafeteria. So if I could, I honestly would go back to my old life because being a nobody to people, because that's when I was more confident. I didn't care how I looked. And now since I'm public, I care more about how I look and how I go out and stuff. In Camille's podcast, she says, so I always try to tell everybody that I'm always going to be the villain in their book. This is Ashley. She's saying, I'm always going to be the villain in everybody's book. She says, they've already got this persona that they have of me, and that's just who I am to them. I've raised my kids since they were born. This is a lie. She said in other live streams that her parents mainly watched her kids. She says, I've never left their side. Still to this day, I have never left their side. She claims on the podcast that after the father of her children has passed away in 2023, she accuses his family of coming out online to, quote, get clout. Yeah.
What?
She says that his family are trying to gain clout by bad-mouthing her on the internet. And it doesn't seem that way. It seems like they're just trying to get closure. And like, what are you doing? Stop talking about the girl's father. Like, you don't even, why are you doing this? Like, this is so messy. But she says, as soon as my name started going across the internet, they started coming out with certain stories. Oh, I'm the kid's dad's friend. I'm the cousin. I'm the aunt, whatever. Now they're trying to get the followers. They're trying to get this. They're trying to get that. But in reality, they weren't there for my kids like they should have been. Camille asks them, have there been instances where your mother has expressed feelings of jealousy towards you, and how has that affected your relationship with her? Her eldest daughter, H, responds, there's this video going around of my mom being jealous of me when I was little for having a better relationship with my dad than she did. And it just looks like Ashley is staring her child down while she's talking, where Camilla has to be like the one to remind her, I mean, girl, that's his kid. That's his whole kid, not you being jealous of a baby girl. Like there's nothing to be jealous of? Meanwhile, Ashley is biting the inside of her cheek, staring her daughter down. Her daughter continues, I mean, I am her daughter. They say I look like her, so there's nothing much different from us. I have more followers than her, so maybe that.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Which Ashley then takes the mic to do her mom's speech, and it's something that she consistently does. I would like to say that Ashley is one of those people that is not a mom. She's not a good mom. Personally, that's my opinion, but she loves the idea of being a mom. She loves embodying the trauma and obstacles of being a mother and motherhood. She responds, I'm not jealous of her. I'm blessed to be able to give her the life that I've always wanted as a little girl.
Bro, bro, no, you're not. You're not blessing your daughters with the life that you've always wanted as a little girl, because you literally are treating them like shit. Did you want a fucking air mattress that's shared with your fucking sister until you're fucking 16? Is that the life that you wanted as a kid? Do you want your diet to consist of fucking chips? Actually, probably, yeah. But like, that doesn't mean that you should do that for your fucking kid. You know what I mean? Like the life that you wanted as a kid should not be a direct translation on how you raise your parents, or raise your kids. I hate when parents live their life vicariously through their kids. When they live their life through the lens of their kids, that is what we call selfish. It is not your decision when you decide that you're gonna have kids, whether or not your kid does something that you want to do. If my kid ended up wanting to fucking be an astronaut, that kid's gonna be a fucking astronaut. If my kid wants to be you know, a drag queen, my kid's gonna be a fucking drag queen, and they're gonna be the best one to do it. If my kid wants to fucking, you know, be an actor, my kid will be the best fucking actor or actress that's ever lived. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck what my kid wants to do. That is totally up to my kid. If my kid, you know, wants to be a murderer, I will guide my kid in the right direction so that they don't become one. But it is not up to me what I choose for my kid's life. That is completely up to my kid. I will guide them in the right direction. I will guide them into having good morals so that way they don't become a horrible person being. I'm not going to give them the life that I wanted. I'm living the life that I want to right now. I'm living the fucking life. I'm enjoying this shit, yo. I don't like my kids. They're gonna have a great life because I'm enjoying mine, and I'm very fortunate that my parents allowed me to live the life that I want. You know what I mean? They weren't forcing me to go to college. They weren't forcing me to do this. They weren't forcing me to do this. They were getting mad at me for being a dumbass kid, and then they shaped me into a better person. Glitter crayon, thank you for the follow. You know, but you know, that shaped me into a good person. I think I deserve to get some ass whoopings, and you know, I think every kid needs to get fucking smacked across the face and get told that what they're doing is wrong, if what they're doing is wrong. You know what I mean? But I don't think every kid deserves to be forced into an occupation that they have no passion about. I think a lot of people are being stuck in these, you know, oh, why are you nursing? You know, my mom wants me to do it. Why are you in this field of work? Well, that's what my parents wanted. And then they'll die. And then now what? You're stuck doing a job that you didn't want to do for the rest of your life. And that's how you're going to feed your kids. And now your kids are going to grow up. And since you live that life, you're going to be like, I wasn't allowed to do whatever I wanted. I don't know if I want my kids to do that. I'm going to give them the life that I want now. And I'm going to live vicariously through them now. Because I wasn't allowed to have that childhood. So you know what? I'm going to have that childhood through my kids. And that's what causes a fucking endless cycle of kids with mental problems. Let your kids do whatever the fuck they want to do, as long as it's not hurting anyone, as long as it's not, you know, illegal shit like that, you know? Like, you know, that whole fucking question, like, this question pisses me off, right? And I know I'm going to sound like oh, look at me, I'm Mr. Activist, but like, dead ass. People genuinely think about this question as if it's a life or death scenario. Gay son or thought daughter. Why is that such a fucking hard decision? Who cares if your son is gay? Who gives a fuck? Like, the fact that that's like mostly straight guys, right? Mostly straight guys will be like, oh, bro, I don't know none, bro. I'd rather fucking kill myself, bro. None, bro. I'm not, bro. None, bro. None. I'm not doing that shit, bro. I'm not doing that shit. Oh, fuck that. No, I'm not having no gay son. Fuck that. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares if your son is gay? Who gives a fuck? Like, damn, bro. It doesn't matter. That's not your choice. If your daughter's a thought, see, that's a moral thing. That's your daughter not respecting her body, and that's your daughter not respecting herself, which goes reflecting on your parenting. But you having a gay son doesn't reflect on your parenting. If anything, if your son is gay and proud about it, you did a great fucking job for the son to be comfortable in their skin. To be gay. They're comfortable to be gay. You did a great fucking job as a parent for the kid to be allowed to be gay and, you know, be open about it. Because you know what happens when they have a shitty parent? They hide in that motherfucking closet and they can't come out because they're afraid to, because you didn't make it a safe spot for them to come out from. If you allow them to be whatever the fuck they want to be, then they're openly gay about it. You did a good job, bro. Who gives a fuck? Like, why are you telling your son who he should like? Who cares, bro? Fuck. That question pisses me off, bro. Because motherfuckers will be on that shit for like 20 hours being like, bro, I don't know, bro. This is the hardest question in the fucking world. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? It's crazy when people are like, if my son or daughter tells me they're gay, they're getting kicked out immediately. Hello? Yeah! What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? You're gonna kick your fucking kid out the crib because you are unhappy with their sexuality and who they like? What does that have to do with you? You know what I mean? What does that have to do with you? What, are you embarrassed to tell your fucking friends that your kid is gay? Are you embarrassed? Are you ashamed by that? Who gives a shit? Be proud of who your fucking kid is. You know what I mean? Be proud of who your kid is and who they want to be. Like, that shit pisses me off, bro. Facts. All these gay men are on the down low, killing their wives instead of walking in their truth. Just accept your child no matter what. Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. Even the romantic values that she's teaching her children. In the podcast, they briefly talk about Ashley's newest fling, a man named Max, one of her new boyfriends. And E, the younger daughter, mentions, oh yeah, Max is nice. I like him for now. He seems polite. So Camilla is asking, why is he polite? Like, why do you like him? And E explains that one time Max was calling her mom's phone. E picks up her mom's phone and tells him, hey, my mom's in the other room. And he just tells E, oh, well, could you have her call me back when she gets back in the room? And Camilla's so confused, like, that's it? That's the story? Just basic manners? What do you mean that's why you like him? And then Ashley explains previously Jesse, the one that, you know, the prison boyfriend that she picked up from jail, had called Ashley before. E had picked up and he flips out on Ashley, screaming at her, don't let your kids pick up the phone next time. He did not want to interact with the kids. Which, why would you stay with someone like that? Side note, later Ashley...
Yeah, and isn't that the guy that she's like, this is your new stepdad, by the way. This is your new stepdad. He doesn't want to talk to the fucking kid, bro. He doesn't give a fuck. He just wants to get out. He don't give a fuck about Ashley or her family, bro. And that's okay, because he doesn't need to. He doesn't owe them shit. I'm going to pee. Hold up. I'm going to... BRB. Piss time. Piss time. Oh, we're almost done with this video. Holy shit, dude. This has been a great watch, though. Like, genuinely, great fucking video, bro. Rotten Mango, bro. Actual amazing video, bro. Wash your hands, bro. There's always that one motherfucker, bro. There's always that one motherfucker. Dude, these hands are still wet. Can you fucking see that shit? Because they're washed. Dumbass. Fucking... Javis. Fucking name starts with an X. Who the fuck's name starts with an X? Xavis. Fuck. Fucking Xavis.
Trevino goes on to live to say that I just found out today
What's
that
good? What
Max
you think
goes
about
both ways. So it's like, bro. And she has this look that indicates yikes.
Like, I just found out today that Max goes both ways. Like... Yeah, so it's like, bro.
First of all, I don't know how true that information is considering the source is Ash Trevino, but even if it is true, why is she grossed out? Being bisexual is normal. Being a heinous, neglectful mother is despicable. What kind of sick, twisted values are these? But Ashley states that she and Max are going to get married, because I guess this is before she let her homophobia run through, and that he has not, in fact, smelt her nunu because he is a Christian who is saving himself till marriage. Which all netizens and Camilla are questioning. This is not that that's abnormal or not okay, but it just sounds like an excuse. And perhaps he's using her for money and clout. Because if he is a devout Christian, devout enough...
Someone in the chat said the bean dip got her.
...to abstain from premarital relations, why would he be interested in Ashley?
Oh, he's in prison too, or?
No.
Oh.
And the podcast just goes through a lot of Ashley's wild moments. Like, for example, Ashley just has some bizarre live stream moments. There are moments where she'll pull up a video of herself crying to sad TikTok sounds, and she proudly shows it in the live stream. Like, yeah, I was in pain.
Conan, thank you for following.
So confused. They say they're commenting. Netizens are commenting. Looks 45, acts 15. Not the 2020 depressing TikTok audios in the big 2025. I'm sorry.
What audio do you think she used, chat? What TikTok audio from 2020 do you think she used? I think she used this one. I think she used this one, chat.
Before you go,
I think she used that one, chat. I think she might have used that one.
Is sadness in the room with us? She also has a very unique way of flirting, like I said, that is constantly brought up and clipped and is viral all over TikTok. She also loves listening to sad songs.
JCT, thank you for
She'll
following.
stare off into the distance while playing Spotify and sad songs, trying to be the main character. Things that I did when I was 9 in the car while my mom was driving me to Barnes and Nobles. That's what she's doing at 36 years old on a TikTok live stream. She's sitting there listening to the song Get You the Moon. You know the song that's like, 'cause you are the reason I'm still hanging on. And it's like, if death was coming for you, I'd give my life for you. And the comments read, and who set this up? This music, I am dead. She's also accused of sending herself flowers while on live. Yeah, she just acts so surprised that she got these flowers from an anonymous suitor of hers. And netizens are commenting, this is me sending myself candy Valentine's Day grams in middle school. Another comment reads, because she gets a little teddy bear with the flowers. The bear is even looking at us like, this is a lie. Yeah. Ashley also...
Bro, y'all know the grams that they hand out, like, you know, on Valentine's Day, where they like there's someone that walks in, like, hands out the fucking flowers, like, you got a flower, right? I never got a bitch ass flower, bro. I don't care, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. Fuck that stupid ass shit, bro. Why did they do that shit in high school, bro? On some fucking, oh, you get a flower. I don't want your ugly ass flower, bro. I don't, bro. I don't want a girl to spend $2 to give me some fucking damn shitty rose that's gonna die in a week. I don't care. And all those couples are broken up now, so fucking suck it. I got $2 in my pocket. Where's your $2 at, bitch? You don't got it because you spend that shit on a fucking girl that you dated in high school, and now y'all broken up though. So where the fuck your flowers at now? Nah, but I got $2 and that's what you ain't got. You feel what I'm saying? Where your $2 at? Huh? Bro wanted a rose? Alright, bro, chill. Alright, bro, chill out. Don't say some shit like that, alright? Chill out, bro. Chill. Fucking assuming shit. You're assuming too much, bro. He wanted Ashley's haunted rose. Don't ever say that in my
to work
chat.
at a dentist's office up until December
KX, thank you for following.
2024. People didn't know that. People thought that she was a full-time TikToker for the longest time because she was talking about how she worked at a dentist's office. The practice was sold to new management that was going to come in, and some of the new managers were Indian American.
He gave us an option to stay with the new owners or leave. And I chose to leave because they were Indians. And I'm not working under no Indians. I'm sorry, I'm just not.
Yeah, she's racist. She literally, on one live stream, she was teaching her daughter slurs for all the races and ethnicities. It was really bad. Yeah.
Bro, what? Bro. She says she's not working under no Indian? My Indian brothers, their curries is bomb. Bro, on God, curry's so good, bro. On God? What the fuck they put in that shit, bro? Like, bro, curry and jasmine rice. Whew. Whew. This is a fucked up. Can you do the Pops impression while ranting? Oh, she's racist too. Oh, she doesn't like Indians? Oh, that's so rude. Oh, bad show. Very bad show.
Yeah.
You can't really find one good thing about this person.
No. But it's not true. She didn't.
Is she meaning Native American or Indian people? Indian Americans is confusing me. I mean, she said Indian. I don't think it matters what she meant. Racist regardless. Yeah. Bro, she should be working under some Indians, bro. Some Indians are fucking smart as shit, bro. The way their fucking brain works, crazy, bro. Fuck. Holy shit. Like, bro, Some of the smartest motherfuckers I know.
Did not quit. Not that it makes her statement less racist, more acceptable, less deplorable, nothing. She
Teaching
actually
her kids
continued
slurs is
working
crazy.
at the
Yeah,
dentist's
who
office
does that?
Until December of 2024. She was fired because netizens pulled clips of her doing, I don't know, any one of her heinous things and sent it to her bosses. She was let go. There are allegations that she has bed bugs. She's in bed live streaming one day and a bug just crawls around her on the pillow, inside the pillowcase. Now, it's unclear if it's a roach or a bed bug, but it is clear that Ashley notices and she tries to get up. She acts super nonchalant about it instead of freaking out or even addressing it. Later, she's asked if she has bed bugs, and she says on the podcast, no, it was like a beetle or something. Again, what these people need to realize is I do live in a duplex. I have neighbors. So with that, whatever they have, it does transfer over. But I don't have like roaches or anything. No. She's asked, could there be potential bed bugs? No, I haven't found any. That was a beetle. But of course, people take one little thing, let it be a flea on your leg, and they're going to say it's something else. And again, that's why I'm moving. Because my landlord, I feel like for what I pay for there, I can literally find a place, a house somewhere. I want a 4-bedroom and 2.5 bath. I already have my mindset on what I want. Netizens disagree. They argue it does not look like a beetle, not even remotely. And it's just odd that instead of screaming or freaking out, because if you have the occasional bug, you start screaming and freaking out.
I watched a Mark Rober video on bed bugs, and that is a bed bug, according to my knowledge. So,
but the fact that she just hides the bug from the camera and tries to play it off is very strange. In the interview with Camilla,
y'all know, and sometimes like y'all be going TikTok live, and there's that one motherfucker that go, "There's a bug on your wall. Oh, what's that behind you?" There's always that one dumbass that's like, "Oh, look behind you. There's someone behind you. There's a bug crawling on your wall." This time there was.
Camilla, as a joke, asks her if she's ever had a fake bag because there were rumors that her LV bags were fake. Ashley seems genuinely irked and she says,
they literally think my Louis are fake. I can pull up the receipt right now if you want to see it. I can log into my Louis account right now.
Oh, she got an account.
I got a YSL account,
Okay,
Gucci, and Louis.
She also talks about how at their
Now we
age,
believe you.
Ashley, did not have a Gucci bag like her daughters. So she bought them a Gucci bag for hitting, I believe, 1 million subscribers or 1 million followers.
Zero, thank you for following.
I might have not had a Gucci bag, but I had their dad, okay?
I think she's trying to say she didn't need a Gucci bag because she was in love and in a happy relationship. But that's really weird because why are you comparing that with your daughters? But it also feels so wrong because he recently passed away and the girls are
Yo, Ash is behind you? I got the bug on the wall. Don't worry, chat.
Grieving. It's a very bizarre thing to say.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, she states that some of her kids' friends are not allowed to come over anymore. This is in the podcast.
Who said, let me see your Uber Eats account?
I don't feel comfortable because my address is leaked. Then why do you feel comfortable with your kids being there? Camilla asks Ashley straight up, so you don't feel any sort of guilt or sadness that they've lost friends because of it and they've expressed that? No, because it's not even for that reason, to be honest. I feel like some of their friends are jealous because of the life that they have. Camilla asks Ashley's children, do you think that maybe sometimes she can exploit situations to get views? I'm gonna be real, yeah. Ashley disagrees. She says if anything, she wants to protect her kids. To which E brings up the time that Ashley asked for Galaxy donations if they want to know about her health conditions. And Ashley says, oh, yeah, but that was like a while back, though, and you weren't even in the hospital.
You smell like.
But like it's weird for my mom. She's 36 and she gets with people in their teens. Santos, he actually lied about his age. He said he was 22, but he's actually 19. Eventually, Camille sends the kids out of the room so that she can talk to Ashley alone. And she says,
who said fresh out of middle school? What middle school has what?
Santos was caught licking your haunted rose on live. What the f are you doing with that?
And he licked your rose toy. Why did he do that?
Because Santos is a freak. Santos sleeps with everybody.
Did he sleep with you?
Am I supposed to answer that truthfully?
Yes.
Truthfully?
Yes. Did Santos sleep with you? Did you sleep with Santos, actually?
So, yes, we have done stuff.
Okay.
Twice.
Twice?
Twice. 2 separate occasions.
With a 19-year-old boy?
I didn't know he was 19 at the time.
So this is before you knew?
Yes.
Claimed before you knew?
Literally. Like, we did it twice, and it was...
It doesn't fucking matter, bro. He looks extremely young compared to you. It shouldn't matter if they're 19, if they're 22. It doesn't fucking matter because the age gap in appearance is huge, bro. I'm 20 years old. A girl who is just turned 18 makes me feel ew. You know what I mean? She's fucking 36. Apparently. Don't believe it, but dude, you know what I mean?
It's literally before Christmas, so.
Side note, Santos addresses these allegations of being intimate with Ashley in a separate live, and he says, I never hit the Nunu. Ever, ever, ever. We said, I want Nunu. We made that word up joking around. I never did that. Like, you have to understand. I walked into her room one time, and the
bro got post Nunu clarity, bro. Bro hit and was like, fuck, what'd I do, bro? Fuck, it wasn't worth it, bro. I knew I shouldn't have hit, bro. Fuck, my group chat finna flame me for this, bro. Bro, got post Nunu clarity.
bean dip was right next
Hayden looks 16 to 18? What?
next to the Rose toy, so I'm assuming she eats while she plays, and I don't like that. That's nasty. Like, bro. Like, every time I had to Febreze everywhere, I had to shove toilet paper in my nose. I would never, ever, ever get near that Nunu, ever. And that's on arrogant. He says that.
That is crazy.
That's his whole spiel. So Camille starts firing off the tough questions. If TikTok banned you tomorrow, how would you make money? What's your plan B? I have other socials that I'm working on right now, and I have other collabs coming up. Okay, care to leak the collab that you have coming up? A good one. It's a YouTube video, so just know that there's gonna be like 20 guys. No.
That's the one I got invited to. That's the one I got fucking invited to, bruh. Oh, dude, I said no before I knew all this shit, bro. Imagine if I did, chat. Imagine seeing me on an TREVINO E-date. Bro, this would have been me, bro. I would have turned that fucking curtain. I would have been like, on some reverse shit. You know that one trend where it's like, dun, 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 dun. You know what I mean? That one trend where it's like, you know, hit that reverse and shit. How'd you even get invited? I knew someone that knew. I don't know. I just got a text. Do you want to do a 20v1 with TREVINO tomorrow? And I was like, who? And then I looked her up and I was like, I think I'm okay.
No other crazy revelations happen in the podcast. It's just a mess. At one point, Camille, after H talks about how she doesn't like her mom's newest prison husband that she's actually divorcing, Noe TREVINO, Camille says, y'all, to the girls, y'all just come live with us. Which H says, yes, please. But Ashley starts joking, well, now you have 2 new members. Ashley might have just been saying this without realizing.
2 members? It's an OnlyFans house. What do you mean member, bro? That your kids are minors, bro. What you mean member, bro? You know what a member of the Bop House means? That means they do OF. Fuck is this bullshit, bro? Nah, you need to stop playing around with that dumb shit. Feel what I'm saying, Ashley TREVINO? What is going on? What? Bro, does she not have the thing that we all humans do? Is like think and brain, like brain the thing right here, in here, like this. Is she not like an owner of these? Like these, bro, like these motherfuckers.
The implication, but it's pretty bad. Camille is part of the Bop House, which, like I said, is a group of OF models that live in a house together to film content, 18+ content. So Camille saying, come live with us, sounds very much like, I think we can take care of you better than your mom can. Just live with us, because that sounds miserable. Meanwhile, Ashley says, you have 2 new members, implies that they would be members of the Bop House, which is a content house for explicit creators, and it freaks Camille out. Like, she doesn't even know what to say. She's like, what did this lady just say? This is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, they have 2 new members.
And probably the most explosive question in the entirety of the podcast is when Camille asks, question, do the kids have beds? H responds, well, I don't live with my mom. At your mom's house then, do you have a bed? No. I'm going to zail you. I'm going to give you money. I want a bed, 2 mattresses, 2 of them. I want a headboard and 2 nightstands. I'm going to order that before you leave this house today. And I'm going to insert the clip of the receipt here. And Ashley is explaining there's a whole story behind that. She's trying to explain that her mom was going to go get the bed, but they didn't know the style of the bed and she couldn't go out in public. And Camilla's like, oh, because you're just that bitch. And she's like, literally, no, like I really don't. Like if I go out, I'm going to get noticed. And if I don't have my security guard, I'm not going anywhere. Later in the episode, Ashley still brags about how much money she makes and she starts giggling. And Camilla says, and her kids still don't have a bed. So what's so funny, Ashley? She laughs even louder. And she's like, nothing's that funny when your kids don't have a damn bed. I'll tell you that right now. Now, this podcast gets released, and within a few days, I think it's at like 7-8 million views. Ashley is pretty upset about this podcast. She alleges that Camille received like $60,000 for this podcast. I'm not sure where that allegation is coming from. I didn't see any embedded endorsements or anything of that sort. I don't know if she's implying that she made $60,000 off of ad revenue, which is kind of crazy. But she said that she had known.
I believe it. If an hour-long podcast gets 8 million views, 60,000, that seems like a valid amount. That seems like reasonable for the amount of views and how long it was. Sadie, thank you for the follow.
If she had known that Camille was going to name the podcast the worst mom on TikTok, she would have never sat down for the podcast. She says, because I'm not the world's worst mom. And I'm telling you, like, there were times during that podcast that I wanted to quit doing it because it got so hard on me, and I didn't. I just said, you know what? You got to swallow it. You got to say what you got to say. So I did. There were
her arguing that she's not the worst mom. I mean, I'm sure there's worse moms out there. You know, seems like there are moms that are very, very, bad. Is she the worst mom in the world or on TikTok? Probably not. There's probably worse. But is she an awful mother? Absolutely. And I think she should take accountability at least. But the fact that she's claiming here, sitting on her fucking high horse, being like, oh, I'm a great mother. I'm a great mom. I didn't do none of this shit, It's like
questions asked that I didn't feel comfortable with, but I still answered it. And like I told her, and I don't know if she put it in the podcast, but I'm always going to be the villain in everybody's story. I could sit here and go to church every day, every Sunday, give my life to God 100%, and you will still see me the same way you see me right now. A bad mom, alcoholic, whatever you want to call me, fat, ugly, whatever. Y'all are still going to see me in that way, even if I change my life. And if you don't like me for who I am, then I can't change that about you because I probably don't like you anyways. Ashley is very upset with Camille, but also with her viewers. She says,
so for those of y'all that call CPS on me, remember, she's not in my custody right now. Why do you think she doesn't live with me right now? Y'all are going to get my parents in trouble. So when y'all want to call CPS, y'all think about that. It's not me getting in trouble. It's my parents. Y'all think I only fight battles on TikTok? I fight them personally every day. As much as it hurts me, because I wish my baby lived with me, it's just not good right now. And that's our decision. Okay?
She also says, and the irony just whooshes straight over her head. She says, but again, Camille and the Bop House, they do stuff for views. You got to remember that. She's an influencer. She does stuff for the views because she gets paid off the views. She also says that she should have asked Camille for payment had she known that she was going to get that deep into it. It appears that the podcast made the girls very upset with their mother, to which she goes on live to talk about it. Ashley has sad music playing in the background and says,
no one said it would ever be easy being a mom. Right now is the time I wish their dad was alive. And I know she acts out because he's not here no more, and she hasn't coped with her dad gone. So I know it still hurts her because she cried for him last night. My mom told me. She didn't get to tell him bye. He passed away when she wasn't there.
She's trying to imply that her kids acting out against her and blocking her on TikTok is because they're upset that their father passed away, so they're acting out in general. And it has nothing to do with her being a mom. There is some back and forth between Ashley and Camille, which I don't think is significant compared to all of the types of people that Ashley has been dating. And I think that Ashley lore could go on for 4 more episodes, but I won't subject you to that. But there has been back and forth of Camille not purchasing beds for the kids yet. Ashley claims Camille is a liar. She's not purchasing the beds. Camille is claiming, I told you to send me the beds and you haven't sent me the ones that they wanted. So like, what do you want me to do? Camille also states that Ashley requested to stay a night longer and charged over $1,000 at the Ritz-Carlton to Camille's credit card. Ashley says, no, I have the credit card statements. It charged my card. And then Camille is saying, because I told you I would pay you back. Like, I'm not
Stream bean dip mukbang chat. Should we do a bean dip and some chip mukbang? Nah, I'm
going to give you my credit card, so I'm reimbursing you. It's the whole thing. Most netizens are supporting Camille. Others think that Camille should not have invited Ashley's daughters to the infamous Bop House, a house known to be a place where OF creators collaborate and make content. Some netizens comment, Camille needs to take responsibility. She is the one that invited the minors to the Bop House just to humiliate their situation more and bring up old wounds. I would be uncomfortable too. Others bring up Camille's past podcast with her brother, saying she's not that great of a person either, but I don't really know. Another one reads, Camille humiliated all of them. She may have said all those things just to get back at Ash, but those kids didn't need to be there. So netizens are just kind of confused on how bad of a mom can still have a platform and keep making more accounts, and more than that, still have people donating. That doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense.
I feel like this is like a new age now, you know, like someone can actually air out all of these laundries.
Yeah.
You know what's an
24/7.
example of this, chat?
And you
Fucking Jack Doherty, right? It's someone who has a very shitty personality and still makes a fuck ton of money, right? At this point, attention equals money. No matter what it is, attention equals money. It could be bad attention. For example, this, bad attention. Jack Doherty, bad attention, right? It doesn't fucking matter if all they're thinking about is money. They don't care about morals. They don't care about any of that shit. And you know what we call that in this industry? Selling your fucking soul. If you are putting money over morals, you're literally selling your soul. That's what it means, right? And she's just an example of someone who sold her fucking soul.
Peek into someone's life like this and just like, oh my God, this is actually happening.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, these TikTok live streams are so scary. And people are saying that it might, I will say that a lot of people are treating the situation as a hee hee ha ha, lol cow, internet situation thing, to the point where when I briefly heard about some of the things Ashley Trevino did, I thought it was going to be on our Mott's channel, because it seemed like people were just making fun of her making rap songs like My New, Does It Stink, Does It Smell, stuff like that. But it's really serious. And one comment that highlights that is, all the CPS cases for Gabriel Fernandez were closed. Let that sink in. That means absolutely nothing. Can you imagine the horror stories these girls have since they were little? And with that, that is today's episode. What are your thoughts on Ash Trevino? I know that I wasn't able to encapsulate all of the things that she's done because she's on live practically every day and she's probably on live right now, but what are your thoughts? What do you think should happen to her? Let me know in the comments. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.
Wow, that was a fucking great video, bro. Holy shit. 2 hours full retention. Genuinely one of the most entertaining 2-hour videos I've ever seen. Holy shit. Yeah, bro. The fact that people are funding her lifestyle is insane. She spent $3K to look ridiculous. Yeah, bro. Nah, this is an amazing YouTuber. Rotten Mango. Never heard of her till now, which is fucking crazy because of how well she formats her videos. I think I fell asleep and I woke up to her talking. Okay, random story. While I was dating someone at the time, I went to sleep on her bed. And then I woke up to, I think it was her, talking about what's his name? The actor from Parasite and how he took his own life. Damn, she posts consistently too. Holy shit, dude. She's making so much fucking money off of these videos. Oh my God, dude. Dude, oh my gosh. Look, dude. I'm not trying to pocket watch, but dude, hour-long videos, 5 million views, bro. She is making so much fucking money. View stats. This is like an estimate of how much she's making. 22,000 to 71,000. I'd argue more. I would argue more. They're hour-long videos, bro. I would guess she's making anywhere from like 80 to 90K. But I'm not trying to pocket watch, bro. I'm literally pocket watching. Like, I'm literally the definition of pocket watch, bro. Oh, bro. But I just love talking about this shit, bro. I love like analytics. I'm like a dude. This is my fucking job, bro. Like analytics and numbers. They all like. I love this shit, bro. Like learning about analytics, learning about numbers, all this shit, bro. I love this shit. J Mike, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Yeah, dude, that was that, bro. Holy shit. If you guys have more videos you guys want me to watch, feel free to drop the link in the Hayden Reacts tab on Discord. Someone just dropped a video. 2-liter explodes and stuns dog. The animal is okay. Dude, why would you send that in the chat, bro? I don't want to watch that shit. Dude, what the fuck? Jebby, bro. Sorry, brother. That I'm gonna have to ban you for that, man. From my server. Yeah, dude. What the fuck, man? Why would you do that? Why would you send that? Why would you send that in the chat? It's a fucking dog getting fucking exploded, dude. What the fuck's wrong with you? Why are you Asian? The fuck you mean, why am I Asian? The fuck is wrong with you? Promise, thank you for following. On the topic of analytics, this might be insanely TMI, but can I ask you what your personal RPM is on YouTube? Let me check. My guess is around like 5. Analytics overview. It varies. Revenue down. My average RPM is $4.33, which, like, you know, isn't great. But for some videos it's higher. Like this video right here, Mexican snacks video, my RPM was $6.74. For those that don't know, RPM is rate per milli. It's pretty much how much dollars you get per 1,000 views, or how much money you get per 1,000 views. Yeah. Hayden, watch Pisser. What? Your UFO tattoo is so cool. Thank you. Hayden, is YouTube your full job, or do you do different things? YouTube is one of my sources of income. Streaming is one of my sources of income. TikTok is one of my sources of income. What's up? Chad, this is the video that I edited. I finished editing today. I'm gonna show you guys a sneak peek. I'm very excited to drop this. I'm dropping it Saturday in a couple days. So stay tuned. What's up? This is my good friend Snappy, and if you guys don't know, he's white. He's best known for his skating videos on YouTube. And a fun fact about him is that he's never tried Asian food ever. Have you ever had like Asian food?
Panda Express. No, I've had like miso soup.
Oh my goodness.
Is that not Asian?
No, it is, but
yeah.
Yeah. So today I'm going to be feeding him Asian food for 24 hours. Enjoy. The first place I'm going to take Snappy to is, fucking intro or what, chat? W fucking intro or what? Was that a W intro? I worked hard on this video, right? I didn't hire an editor. I did this shit myself. You know what I mean? This is the thumbnail. You know what I mean? These are the different thumbnail choices, you know? Chat, I'm very, very excited to drop this video. I'm excited for you guys to watch it. W, good shit. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. But yeah, chat, I got plans tomorrow around like 11 in the morning, so I gotta get up pretty early. And I don't know if I'm gonna go to LA tonight. I think I was going to, but I ended up streaming for longer than I expected, which is fine. Can you drive over? I low-key don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. Hold on, let me call her. Bruh, 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 bruh. Alright, yo. Who should we raid? Chat, who should we raid? Following. Who do we let's see. Similar who shall we raid, chat? Peace, I'll see you soon. Will you be here tomorrow? Tomorrow? Yeah. Actually, yeah, I'll stream tomorrow. I'll stream tomorrow. Let's search Shivani, bro. I've seen her go live a bunch. We used to be closer, not anymore, but everyone tap into the raid. Everyone tap into the raid. Everyone join up, join up, join up. I need every single person to join the raid. Every one of y'all, join the raid, join the raid, join the raid. Alright, thank you guys so much for tuning into the stream. If you guys are new to the stream, make sure to follow. If you guys haven't already, go sub to the YouTube video dropping in a couple days. And for now, I'll see you guys on the next stream. Rating in 3, 2, 1. See ya. Peace out.